Can any of you identify a genital wart?
Yes.
I want you to know that was the first audio
We
of
are
the
now
stream.
live.
Yep. The can you identify a genital wart is the opener for this episode. Is can you identify is the question can you identify a genital wart the material plane version of do you speak common?
I can
I hate
identify
all of
one
you.
by smell at 20 paces.
If you have the identify spell, yes, I can identify a genital wart. Unfortunately, I have to touch it.
Now, the real question is, does 20 paces count as arm's reach?
No.
With mage hand.
If you have mage hand. It's hand's reach.
Good night, everybody.
If you're a hobgoblin, no.
If you have dimension
So
door.
what I'm hearing is to beat the BBEG, one of us will have to use mage hand.
No, you want to beat the BBEG, not beat off the BBEG.
Would that count as an attack roll?
Tell me what to do.
Would
Would
that
that
It's
count as
either
a
attack
grapple?
or seduction.
Would that count as a grapple?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that would be a
that
grapple.
would be a grapple.
What about insight? Is he into it? I mean,
Well, yeah, he ain't going
You
nowhere
rolled
because
too
he's
low.
coming.
I'm sorry.
Is that
no.
piercing
You know what?
damage?
It's neither. It either is a sleight of hand or performance. It's got to be one of those two.
What if you had two people who could cast it? You had two mage hands now doing. Now I'm thinking of a colonoscopy. We need to move on.
How far can you put a mage hand into somebody else before it becomes an attack?
You know what?
It's only piercing damage if it's
to answer that question. I'm going to roll stealth.
It's only piercing damage if it's going through a place there is no aperture.
Welcome back, you lovely people, to the Grimm's Gathering.
Tired of not being able to see.
This, however, is going to be the last session of Grimm's Gathering, whether we like it or not. We might end a little bit early. We might go over a touch, but not very much.
We're not going to have a part. We're not going to have a part 6 of 5.
No.
Oh,
no. This was scheduled to end today, and by God, I am writing in an ending if it has to happen, and that might become foreshadowing. Hopefully, it won't be.
That works.
The real question is: in this last session, will our band of misfits uncover the truth and end this nightmare, or meet their demise, living in ignorance?
Gonna kick Willy Wonka's ass.
You don't know that's the villain yet. I haven't.
We're gonna kick somebody's ass.
Obvious.
An ass will be kicked. It might be mine, but it will be kicked.
Look, every time you start this thing with "Come with me, and you'll see a world of pure imagination." It is either Willy Wonka or Uncle Bill. I'm hoping it's Willy Wonka.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations.
I was hearing Turbo from Candy, whatever the race.
Well, that is because I'm going with a Ed Wynn impression, which is what Alan Tudyk was doing an impression of for the role.
I was thinking of an OnlyFans video. Come with me. That's it. That's the video.
All right. So where we last left you all, beautiful people, off, you had just managed to get through your way out of the Queen's Castle, having been not really attacked by an army of half-formed replicants, as much as just scared by them, I guess. They kind of shambled towards you, and you pieced out before anything had happened. And speaking of piecing out, decided that it's too much effort to fight the Queen, and banished her off this plane of existence. With that successful, with that successful round of day, you all managed to make it back to the guild hall to turn in your quest finally. At which you realized, of which they took in the confirmation that you had done the quest and returned to you a reward, which was identical to the evidence you brought back that you completed the quest.
That's pretty cool.
But it was the exact same thing.
What?
You said it was the exact same shit.
It was the exact same shit, but he put one down on one side and picked the other one up on the other. So therefore, it's different.
That's
same, but different.
He put it up.
We found out they're not animatronics; they're just vertically challenged.
Yeah,
Elven ETs.
It turns out that in this world, hobbits are just normal-looking people until you look at their legs. Baby feet.
They're not called hobbits; they're called hopalongs.
Yeah.
They're called hopalong.
They have the top
Well,
half. They have the top half of a standard humanoid and the bottom half of a pixie.
This is why they're called halflings. They're half the height. But that all being said, the party decided that they're going to go rest by going to the local tavern again. Larry decided that he wanted some company, grabs one of the Eds, and brings him along. Ed, happy enough to get off work at this point, and just happy to be here sort of moment, fully regretting it by the time the party decides to lay down and rest in the middle of the tavern.
Absolutely kidnapping.
It was the cheapest room.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't fully lay down to rest. Rose passed the fuck out after drinking the strongest fucking drink they had at the bar.
Ogre
Rose
piss.
passed out.
As ogre piss.
Larry laid down on the ground using Eddie as a pillow. I believe Chet curled up in front of the fire, and we never said what Carmine did.
Rose blacked out after 2 shots. Oh my god, my brain is saying Simon. Fucking help! Not Simon. I think also blacked out. Philip also. Yes. Philip, I think, also passed out. Carmine was fine. I think I rolled a 19 con save. He just decided after he put both of their heads so that if they threw up, they'd throw up off the table and not on each other. He first put them such that if Philip had thrown up, he would have thrown up in Rose's hair. So then he turned his head so that they'd throw up on the floor. And then Carmine was like, well, fuck it. I might as well complete this cuddle puddle. Yeah, and just laid down his head. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna sleep here too. But he didn't black out. He just laid down. And I think Chet was still playing at that point. He was playing we're not gonna take it. No, we're not. I don't know.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it was we don't want to work. We just want to bang on the drum all day.
That was it. Ed was headbanging.
The only reason I remember that is because we have so many clips from this 4 sessions, really, because this is session 5 of this campaign, that I can keep track of everything that's happened by watching 2-minute clippets.
This is true. It's perfect.
Did you just break your microphone?
Oh, it's not mine.
Oh, okay.
This thing's gonna go.
And
no.
I just took the lid off of it, and I'm like, really? That's all there is to this thing?
Yes. Yeah. That'll be $300, please.
Yeah, that's all it takes to take a vibration.
I'm having thoughts. Yeah, now I'm having more thoughts.
Yeah, and then that one paramedic guy is like,
Cap, you're having thoughts because you exist.
It's not a flared base. Leave me alone.
Well, if it's not a flared base, don't
lots
use
of things
it.
Have flared bases, but that doesn't mean that you should.
So I'd say
the cactus has a flared base.
Oh, I just realized.
Only if you count the Earth.
After
or a pot, yes.
After we retire, we're gonna get our own Grayskull Castle. It's gonna be our base of operations, and we're gonna call it the Flared Base.
I hate you.
Retired.
Hey, dude, while we do our best to delay this session into an extra session.
Not happening.
No.
Don't doubt me, boy.
I have rocks ready to fall. Don't worry about it. God exists, and he's holding the rocks.
Wait, you have a stat block for Dwayne Johnson?
Oh God, another one of you with a fucking God complex. Jesus.
No, it's the same me.
Anything can be a toy if you're brave enough. Yeah, absolutely.
About you.
Exactly. So yeah, we blacked out, and I think that was. Unless you want to give us a long. This whole session is a dream session, a dream sequence. No, we're all still in the tavern common room.
I was going to give you guys a long rest.
That works too.
The last thing that was discussed from last session was that Chet heard the voices of a conductor telling him how to that things are being railroaded. Go in this direction, you motherfucker.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, you said choo choo, motherfucker, and I said whatever. I'm not swallowing.
Yeah.
We're going to the theater when we wake up. We're gonna wake up and go to the theater. That's all I know.
It's that return the slab, but it's more go to the theater. Go to the theater.
We have an
I
electric.
don't want to watch Shake the Musical.
We got an
It's
electric.
half off.
We have an Electrum ticket. We have an Electrum ticket.
Oh, God. I wish it was Electrum. It's silver.
Well, that's still pretty cool.
Okay, so we're getting a long rest, is what I hear?
Yes, you all got a long rest. I already clicked the button for everybody.
Yay! Carmine's no longer dying.
Yes. Carmine lives for now.
Well,
In an
sort
I
of.
don't know what everyone's
As
saying. This game takes 2 hours to download. It's already half done.
What does a vampire? What does vampire drool? What is
Oblivion.
vampire drool made of? Is it just saliva?
Why wouldn't it be saliva?
I don't know, because so my theory on vampires is that their saliva contains some sort of extra something that aids. That's how they turn people into vampires. It either injects or whatever. So I guess it is just saliva. It just has extra whatever in it. Mr. Papa
Yeah.
on the front row.
Are you biting their necks or sucking their dicks?
I mean, yes.
Which one primarily?
We're starting at the neck. I am a romantic after all.
It's most likely saliva then.
Okay. That's true. It depends on what I did just. That's right. Yeah. Yep. They do 23andMe and they're like, sir, you appear to be two people at the moment. He got me.
Jesus Christ.
Got me. Anyway.
So
Rose, pass the fuck out.
in reality, the reason the reason why vampires drink blood is because they can't go onto the sun, and it's their only way of getting vitamin D.
I thought maybe it was an
So really,
iron
you're just being
deficiency.
selfish.
Yeah.
I gotta let you know, Rusty, your wife is wilding out in this comment section.
I am aware. I have to deal with this all the time. None of this is new to me. The new part is that she's being PG in the words that she's choosing. Trust me, the anything's a blank if you're brave enough is a very common phrase in this house. And I have to say no a lot. If badge what's the numbers on his badge? If badge numbers was around my household on a daily basis, there would be so much shunning going on. Anyways.
Oh yeah, where's my character sheet?
So
Yeah, he said anyway, drink.
That wasn't it. It's when I make a dated reference. You forgot the rules of your own game here.
Oh no, we changed it behind your back while we were talking shit about you.
Oh, damn it. So every 5 minutes, got it. But as you guys get a full night's rest, most of you are asleep in the tavern hall itself. You get woken up to basically a broom beating you, going, "Get up! Get out!"
Damn it, Candy. Oh, huh.
If you're going to hit me with that thing, put your back into it and aim lower.
Make it worth my while.
Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit.
All right. That's 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you get swatted on the ass with a wicker broom.
Ooh.
Oh, you know how to swat this damn pussy real good.
You didn't tell me we were introducing BDSM mechanics. What the fuck? I would have been here way earlier.
I mean, with all of us here, we really needed to have that conversation.
No, I wanted to be aware. I'd have been here like 2 hours ago.
That is usually what happens in session 0. We discuss these ahead of time. Discuss this ahead of time. But that's not the dungeon master I'm being today. So So let's continue.
Oh, like you discussed with us that you had stat blocks today?
The safe word.
I told you I have them.
The safe word is a verbal component of vicious mockery.
The safe word is banana bread.
My safe word
Buttered
is
banana bread?
Banana bread.
No.
My safe word is harder.
Yep, that sounds right. My safe word is incorrect. That way, if I type in the wrong safe word, my computer goes, "I'm sorry, that safe word is incorrect," and I'm like, "You're right, you got me." Wait, that's not what we're talking about.
No. No, my wife is right. The safe word is meatloaf because I'll do anything but for love, but I won't do that.
All this talking
Dated
about that is
reference.
making me
Dated
think of
reference.
the.
Drink. Dated reference.
Oh yeah,
To be fair, my wife made that reference. I didn't.
You shared it.
double drink.
You're legally the same thing now. That's what marriage is.
All this is making me think of that one episode of Unis Honest where they're trying to recreate their Giga Chad episode, and they're like, "Siri, call me Daddy." I'm
Yes.
sorry, but I'm not seeing a
sorry.
father in your contacts. And he's like, "Yeah, about that."
Oh god, that episode was so good. Anyway,
Oh. So we're getting our pussy beat. All right.
You wake up to getting beatings by an angry barkeep with a broom.
Hot. Again. All right.
And a voice pounding in the back of your head, "Go to the fucking theater."
Okay.
Does anybody else hear that?
I get up, roll up my bedroll, get Ed,
Ed.
stick him in his sack, tie him around my front. So
He's still asleep.
Like bib.
He's snoring very loudly.
He's drooling.
Precious baby, don't wake him. We think. We're not entirely sure.
Ooh. Never mind.
See,
Intrusive
you all sleep and I won't tell.
I just had this horrible Elon Musk taking his kid everywhere after the Luigi incident thing in my head with Larry carrying around Ed. Anyway.
The GM wouldn't hurt an innocent NPC. Yes, I would.
So is Rose still passed out on the table?
I reach over.
Rose and Philip also get beaten awake.
Hot.
Trying to think if Rose would react to that.
Huh?
Oh god, what day is it? What time is it? What's happening?
With May.
Just the way that was phrased. That's all I'm saying is just.
I'll give you a hint. It is not the final day.
Okay.
The final countdown.
She snarls at
The moon has not
the bartender.
fallen yet. Drink.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, are we having?
Yeah, she snarls at the bartender, and you hear not a human sound come from her throat before. It's almost like that scene from Lord of the Rings when Bilbo is like talking to Frodo, and then
seems the ring and is like
he tries to lunge for the ring and it changes. Yeah, it's like that.
After all, why shouldn't I keep it?
Is Carmine into this?
She has a moment and then she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't mind me, dearie. I'm a little grumpy when I get woken up. I apologize."
You don't want to talk to me until I've had my coffee.
Moon like tomato?
No.
At 45%, is Carmine into this? Nope.
That's the one.
I don't think Carmine likes dogs.
Hey, found it.
I don't think Carmine's into dogs. I think he's into cats. Okay, go ahead. Anyway, sorry. He's the huntsman. He's got a dragon. Dragons are basically just scaly winged cats, right?
Take 2 steps away from Carmine.
All this is Carmine talking to himself.
No, this is I'm still
Out loud.
I'm half awake, so I'm like dreaming that I'm like
you just hear dragons are just scaly cats, right?
Dragons are scaly cats.
I don't even like dogs. I like cats, man. I like cats a lot.
Cats like
Dragons like it's a big scaly cat. I mean, they all feel the same.
I do say that to a point.
I just slide the Slim Jim in there and wiggle it around a bit. It all feels the same.
You know what? It's now canon in my world dragons push things off of surfaces. That's now canon in my world.
Dragons might be kind of like cats. Pseudo dragons are definitely cat-like. Drakes, however, are dogs. Drakes are like greyhounds.
No, drakes are Canadian. They're caribou.
So having all been woken up and reassessing yourselves, how would you like to proceed?
Let's see. What direction is the theater?
Only one direction.
Pick one.
Okay, no.
Pick one.
I think
We could go that way or that way.
I feel like it's a quantum theater. It will be wherever we go.
So, okay, so let's see. If it could be that way or that way, I'm going out the back door.
Don't go that way. Never go that way.
Well, no, you go out the back door, not in the back door without consent. Must get consent to go in the back door.
In the words of the first thing I saw when we died, bitch, don't tell me what to do.
This is not Carmine. Carmine's not doing that. Carmine's waking up. Carmine's like, I had the wildest dream. I got sand thrown on my face, and then everything was a blur. All right, here we go.
Now the question is, will Carmine have his memory returned or not?
Will Carmine have his fucking accent returned?
Yeah.
Chet walks out the back, walks through behind the bar to the kitchen, through the kitchen, and out the back door.
Gennaro
with a
follows.
turkey leg in hand.
Gennaro follows
Rose
him mostly
sees
for
Ed.
the.
They didn't even have turkey legs. They just manifest one.
Rose sees Ed.
Every kitchen has a
left
turkey
here
leg.
with my Eddie bib, and I follow the kitty.
Yeah, Rose was like, weren't we supposed to take him to the theater?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I am just enraptured by this image that our esteemed DM put into the chat.
That's from How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Does that count as a dated reference?
Frank.
No, no.
What's the cutoff for dated? I would say yes. I would say it is dated because they are now coming out with the live action movie this year. That technically makes the animated movies dated.
That movie came out in 2019.
That's the before times.
That movie came out before the plague.
Before
the plague.
I remember a time when How to Train Your Dragon was a cartoon.
We survived.
If Lily did not install the turkey button, how did I get this turkey leg?
What's a turkey?
Rose will follow Chet and all of them.
It's turkey leg, Turkish leg. I didn't ask the gentleman in the kitchen.
Does that mean that every time Popo references Dragon Ball Z Abridged, that's a dated reference?
Yes.
If you want to drink, go ahead.
Does it involve me drinking?
Die.
Is the cook
from water pollution?
Is the cook?
I have a brand, motherfucker.
Is the cook Turkish?
No, he's more like an eagle. Aarakocra are more eagle based, I'd say.
Okay. How many legs does he have?
How many legs does he have now?
That's what I'm saying. How many legs does he have left?
Well, actually, it looks like he only has one, but his great grandmother was a flamingo, so
the other one's.
Yeah. Anyways, so I guess
we're heading to the theater.
Yeah, half of you.
Well, he had 3 when I met him.
Are heading out the back door. Is everybody following the chat? Walk out the back door.
Yep. No.
I am.
Yes. I was going to be a dick and go out the front and meet them at the back door, but
and get lost in the street.
That's what I was like. No. Yeah, if we split the party like this, I'll be somewhere else. I'll be in Neverland instead of Oz or whatever the fuck.
We show up at the theater. You're in the fucking catwalk for some reason.
I'm already up there.
He's in the play.
How'd you get here? By all accounts, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but they all show up, and I'm like, I'm sure you're all wondering why I brought you here today. Why don't you all take a seat?
Carmine was the BBG all along.
Carmine was the friends we made along the way.
Drink.
Okay.
This is going to be a very hydrated stream.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
All
right, let's get into this mindset.
Yes.
All right.
As you are blindly walking through the town, you do notice that the sun is now raised.
Casual cannibalism in the chat. Very nice touch there.
There you go.
The sun has raised, is beyond dusk. You estimate it's probably about 9 o'clock in the morning at this point.
It's not
9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. It's not quite noon, but it's reaching that point. It's bright enough outside that for those with some light sensitivity, you may need to squint. Damn.
Oh, yep. Have you never seen this?
No, I was looking at the GIF Bobo posted.
Oh.
But
let's see this.
For the most part, the buildings start to blend. Everything seems to repeat. There are what look to be shop buildings and residential buildings scattered about. You can kind of make out where there might have been a bistro or a coffee shop to a point, bookstore as you pass by. And walking on this one road that seems to just go in a straight line forever, with no side roads at any point, you find yourself standing back in front of the tavern.
What?
Seems we went the long way round.
Is this the same tavern?
Hey, Granny, one of your legs longer than the other. We're walking in circles here.
Excuse me. Is there a Turkish man in the kitchen that speaks common?
Do you go into the tavern?
No. Do you go into the tavern?
I peek my head in and see if it's the same
from
tavern.
the front door. What was that?
I said I'd peek my head in. I wouldn't go in, but I'd peek my head in to see if it's the same tavern.
Peeking your head and you see the same very angry barkeep sweeping up a mess of alcohol and glassware from one of the tables.
We've definitely walked in circles. I wonder if we need to state our intention before we just start walking.
Mm-hmm.
Like before we were going to the library.
Mm.
Maybe we have to state that we're going to the theater?
Well, everybody get back.
We can't get where we're going unless we destroy where we've been. And they take out a cannonball.
That was extreme.
No.
I was just going to say go back inside the door, close it, all stand inside the door, everyone stand inside the door, and then talk about how we're going to the theater of the mind. And then open the door again. No? I'll do it.
Sure.
It is the same bar.
Oh yeah, no, I want to go inside, close the door, be on the inside of the door, and then use Rose's idea and be like, we are going to the theater, essentially manifest it, and then open the door.
As you say it out loud, you hear the barkeep behind you. I said get out of my fucking store!
I have very critical existential things I want to say about you right now that I won't. It's fine.
Yes.
Well then, you, Mr. What's your name, Mr. Bartender?
Fuck you.
Okay, Mr. Fuck You.
Are you Russian?
Where is it? FUQYEW? Mr. Fuck You. Where's the theater in this town? May I have directions to the theater?
Yes, fine. Just leave. You go out the door. You go 3 blocks down. You take a left. You go for about 1 block. You take a right to the end of that street. When it makes you choose between left and right, you don't choose either. You go through the door right there. It will lead you to a parkway. You cross that. You get to the theater.
Excellent. Thank you. There you go. Okay.
You see his grip get really tight, and the broom he's holding just snap in half.
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. If we don't die, I'll come back and we can finish this conversation.
As we're getting ready to leave, I just turn and pull out one of my bags of sand and just pocket sand right into his bar. And then we go.
I'm getting the fuck out. You go
That's
piss out.
better than a cannonball.
No, didn't throw the cannonball. Just I sanded up his floor because he's sleeping, and he just broke his broom.
That's true. Is that Candy's sister, Sandy? So we're gonna make a left. We're gonna go 3 blocks down. No, we're gonna go out the door, go 3 blocks down, make a left, go 1 more block. When we're supposed to choose between left or right, we're not going to choose. We're going to go through the door that's going to take us to the parkway. That's going to take us to the theater. You thought I wasn't paying attention.
You missed a step.
You did miss a step.
You forgot to turn right.
You take a right, and then you go straight.
I get all of us lost. We are now officially lost. I paid attention to 80% of those.
Block, and you get to that block, you're like, where the fuck's the door?
All right, we got to go back to the tavern.
You all make it to this theater. It is a lavish, elaborate marble building with stone chiseled, like
yes, but
whatever
enough
the
of
name of the guy that's holding the world up. I forgot the
Atlas. But enough
chiseled atlases.
Enough about Carmine. Tell us about the building.
And there's a big opening soon sign up in like neon lights that are doing the buzzing, flickering in and out.
Do we have to wait for it to open, or can we go in? Is there anybody that would stop us from going in?
Well, there's nobody around. It's the middle of the day.
Excellent.
Okay, I go in.
Perfect.
How do you go? No, I'm joking.
He throws Eddie through the window.
Oh God, no!
No, not my pillow.
That's the weirdest pet name ever, but like
I just thought of.
I haven't said anything, so we can get shit done.
Yeah, I thought of the My Pillow guy.
But so walking into the theater, you notice that there's a singular
sensation. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm having such a hard time with basic words today.
That's okay. Singular person on the stage, orchestra person.
The kiosk, I guess, is the only word I can think of right now.
Box office.
Box office. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a singular box office that displays the titles of the shows and the lead acts for it.
Cool.
And you see the title of a singular show, Grimm's Gathering, with each of your names: Carmine, Rose, Larry, Chet, and Philip. But like Philip's, the last P on Philip has fallen off. So it just says Philly. Yeah, you push it back up.
What's Philip's last name? Or does it say
Charming?
just Philip? That's right.
Not all of you have last names,
Well,
but
it seems they were expecting us.
there's no one standing at the kiosk. The rest of the hall, with its sort of velvet carpets lining the floor, there seems to be a concession stand with burnt popcorn in it, a broken soda fountain, and chairs just covered in gum and popcorn. And you can hear what sounds like laughter coming from down the hall to where you believe the theater to be, the actual show theater to be.
I will ready my weapon. Laughter in a theater means I'm going to have to kill somebody.
Sorry, you hear the laughter of a crowd coming from that direction.
So I need more arrows. Got it.
Where do you find these gifts, Panic?
Shall we stealth? Sorry. Shall we sneak into the theater stealthily with pass without trace?
I remember the days of sneaking into theaters.
Studio 54.
Perhaps.
No.
Let me see
I'm
here.
gonna drop a cannonball or a catapult ball munition into a sack. Drop in some ball bearings, some caltrops, and I'm just gonna be carrying it at the ready.
Should I stop casting pass without trace?
No, mate.
Oh,
we can be quiet until we're not.
Okay, yeah, that'll help us get into position. Yes.
We'll do things the normal stealth way, and when that doesn't work, you use heavy stealth.
Correct. So let's see here. Oh, I have all my spell slots back and my hit points. I'm not dying anymore. Well, I mean, technically we're all dying. I'm just not dying as fast. All right, let's see here.
Okay.
I
have a plan.
Ooh, I like a plan.
Drink.
I like plans.
What are we drinking for?
DBTA is dated, and so was that.
Fair.
I like plans because I like the I like the tinkling sound they make when they fall apart.
We're planning, mate. Well, here, a little moist kitty. Take these manacles, and if you see a chance to tie someone up for a spanking,
even better. Yes. Well.
So now Pet has manacles.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I don't see this going badly at all.
Take 2 bear traps, tie them together with a rope, and now I have a bolo.
Yeah,
bear trap bolo.
You sure fucking do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which would automatically grapple someone.
However, they wouldn't be able to stay in a secured open position when thrown.
Why is it when I look up bear trap, I just get a grizzly and a mini
triggered? It takes about 3 pounds to trigger a bear trap.
Takes half as
I'll
much
get that and this.
Takes half as much to trigger a liberal. I can make that joke because
we were just talking about classes earlier for that.
Anyway, Rose is walking towards the sound of laughter.
Anytime anyone says "anyways," we drink.
We're fucked. Oh yes. Okay. Anyway. Oh.
Heading deeper into the theater, you hear this almost repetitive laughter of a crowd coming from inside the theater itself, and a glow coming penetrating out through the doorway, through the cracks in the door. And it sounds like music starts to play, almost carnival-like as you get closer.
Right. Well, we are in a theater. I think the people are here for a show. I'd hate to disappoint them.
Stop fighting each other, you dumbasses.
No. Oh, them.
Cats.
Is there
I have no
only
context for that.
one,
Just makes me laugh.
like, as far as this being a theater, is there only one like theater stage, or is this like a theater with like two separate stage areas?
It is a single showroom theater.
And then, do the doors have like the little peephole windows on them, or are they solid?
They are solid doors, but they are double doors.
And we're just outside the door, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This
They're
is
all
where
standing outside the door.
this is where we're emulating the indecisive assholes. I will not kick the door, just push the door open. I mean, they're expecting us. They've got our names on the front.
You see a large stage with a large red curtain backdrop upon it, and roughly like 20 rows of seats that line up the aisles leading from the door all the way to the stage itself. And in each of these seats sits a mannequin, a wooden posing mannequin one would use to draw with.
Okay.
And the stage itself is empty. There are a couple lights on the stage to keep it lit, and the rest of the theater room is dark. The laughter is still coming, and it seems to just generate from the theater as a whole, rather than coming from anyone in any specific area directly.
Creepy.
I will close the door. I'll let the door close. Just be like, we're almost certainly going into someone's death, be it ours or someone else's. Is there anything, any preparatory spells anyone would like to do? Any sort of class features, one might say, racial traits anyone wants to invoke? I'd hate to waste our first round preparing for a fight. I say in a totally normal, in-universe way.
Actions.
Well, mate, who wouldn't want a couple extra inches? I'm gonna get large.
Yeah. Wait, I think I can do. Oh, wait, can I?
You can do that too.
Here we are. Carmine doesn't say. We're both Goliathi. Goliath.
Oh,
Is it just
right,
Goliaths?
I forgot Goliath.
They're both a huge bitch.
We can get big. We do the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny Glover.
As a bonus action, you can become large for 10 minutes.
That's all I'm gonna need. That's all. Wait, do we want to do this now?
I mean, that's impressive.
Right?
10 minutes.
All I need is 8.
Nice.
I think Rose
You need
is
to
fine.
be large while you cry for 6.5 minutes?
Well, I was gonna say it's a minute and a half of foreplay, and yeah, about 5 minutes of crying and clean up. Yep, pretty much.
I'll be honest, I also completely forgot that Carmine was a Goliath this whole time, and I've been imagining Carmine as just a regular guy.
Same. Honestly, you see Carmine. You're imagining Carmine the way he sees himself.
Yeah, this is a little guy.
For everybody else who's seen the past few sessions, I'm gonna retcon one tiny thing. Carmine glows with a little red tint.
That's right. Damn right. Yeah, I do.
So now we're
I
large.
did not read chat either. Anybody doing anything? Is anybody doing anything else?
Let's see. Oh yeah,
Not
I do
at the
have
moment.
absorb elements. I currently have pass without trace. Let's see. Jump, good berry, cure wounds, absorb elements. Can't do that. That's a reaction.
Yeah.
I will remind you, ODM, I do have a quarterstaff of warning.
I know.
Okay.
And I have the dragon I keep forgetting I have.
You have to summon it again.
Yes, I will do that. And as epic as her arrival was when we were fighting the boulette, she came fucking tearing out of the ground. I summon her, and everybody's like, we're standing around, we're just, like, she comes out of the bathroom. Just walks out, like pushes her way out the bathroom door like a cat will do.
That is great. Just through one of the other double doors, she just comes through. I was gonna just say she walks in through the front door and walks up to you guys, but yeah, that works too. She clawed out of the ground just outside.
She actually got here the first time when we were walking and we ended up back at the tavern. She got there and she's just been waiting there the whole time. Like, fuck you doing?
But
oh, I don't have this.
I will allow you guys as much prep time as you need to figure out what you want to do, because yes, this is likely going to lead into a fight. It doesn't have to, but the chance of you guys knowing how to not make this a fight is up to you guys. I've learned that this group chooses chaos over
counterspells
control.
Fine.
That's one of your other games.
I'm putting intact a bottle of acid and a bottle of alchemist's fire into my bag with the munition and the caltrops and the BBs.
I have a question. How many cannonballs are in the bag?
2.
However many he wants.
2? Okay. It matters.
Can I see the stage?
If you open the door, yes. The stage is 1 second.
Is this the theater of the mind?
And then I'm going to hand that bag to Carmine and make another one for myself with 2 cannonballs, caltrops, ball bearings, holy water.
It's about 100 feet from the door to the screen, to the stage.
Okay.
Okay, now
can I sneak there?
Can you what?
Sneak to the stage.
You can attempt to.
I mean, I have passed without trace up, so you'll at least have a +10 to that. If we'd all have to go. Or
yeah, you have passed without trace on you for the first 30 feet.
You also have the ghost of a dead child in your mind.
Just very true. Not sure what that does to help us.
I'm pretty yeah, I don't know. I know it will though. So I'm going to Peter Quill this shit. Go ahead.
So if I can pass without a trace for 30 feet, you said?
Yes. So you got +10 to your stealth roll for the first 30 feet.
For the first 30 feet. And then let's say I use my dimensional loop's fold space to move another 60 feet as if I'd have moved 5.
All right. And what is your movement speed? 30 feet. But you're a tabaxi, so you have something about that. Hang on, it's in your racial features, I'm pretty sure.
When we're looking in the door, this might
agility. That's in combat only. Never mind.
When we look in the door, I know, thinking of like high school auditoriums I've seen, are there any other doors into this theater that are closer to the stage?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
You could dash as this action to move forward, which would give you another 25 feet from there, so you could get to the stage. But at the end of your dimensional loop jump would be when I would need you to roll another stealth.
Okay.
So first we'll roll for the first 30 feet if you want to roll stealth. You get a +10 to that.
It's already a 30. Do we need to?
What's your jump speed? Or what's your jump?
41, got it.
What's your jump distance?
You're.
Sorry, what's my?
Don't make me look up jump rules.
Well, because I have the jump spell, which would triple his jump distance.
So the jump spell actually doesn't function correctly because you cannot jump more than your movement speed.
Huh.
Oh, 30
The functioning
at
of
most.
yeah. The way jump works is you can cover a number of feet up to your strength score in a singular jump, but you cannot jump farther than your total amount of movement speed left. So it effectively makes it so you can't jump. All that means though is that if you were to use the jump spell and you have a say a 10 for your strength score, you can jump 30 feet.
30 feet. Gotcha. And that would only be relevant.
Your full movement.
Right. And that would only really be relevant for like jumping across like a gap or something like
right.
that.
And I would personally allow that jump spell to give you maybe half again your movement speed distance, because you are expending a spell slot to do so. It's just the jump rules of D&D are really finicky and they're not really planned for. That being said, so yeah, what did you get? A 41 for your first one?
Woo!
40.
Yeah.
It's not even fully loading on my end for some reason.
You stealth so hard your name disappears off the marquee.
And then so
Plus 11, baby.
Another roll for after your dimensional loop jump forward.
Okay. 27.
All right. At that point, as you jump forward, you can tell that you are still deep within the shadows, crouching basically in between two seats of the aisle, right at the very front row. You're right behind the first set of seats before the stage, and you don't think anyone's seeing you right now. You know for a fact that nobody else knows that you're here. Like in the group. You know for a fact nobody in the group knows where you ended up. And that still leaves you about 10 feet away from the stage. And if you continue that dash action, you have 25 feet of movement left.
Okay, so I want to get on the stage.
All right. Getting up onto the stage puts you in the spotlights that are on the stage. You would no longer be able to stealth through it.
Fair enough.
But you are now standing on the stage in the light of it.
Just kind of just appear there in front of everybody as if I'd have just come out of nowhere.
Everybody else saw Chet kind of like duck down into the doorway of the theater and then climb up onto the stage 100 feet away.
I think he cast zoomies.
Is anybody else doing anything at this time?
Am I gonna do
That's visible now?
Yes, Chet is visible.
I'm going to start playing on my flute and make my cape of billowing just frill out like a frilled lizard. And I'm going to have Eddie in front to put the drum right on Sleipnir's neck so that he can play it. And we're just going to go on up onto stage playing a merry tune.
Yeah.
Right. You make it about what is? Hang on, I gotta double check something.
I think it would have been funny to have like if
90 feet.
Carmine
You make it
ever...
almost to the stage. You make it to the very front row of the stage, right before the stage itself to get there.
I think it would have been really funny if after seeing me just kind of duck down and then reappear on the stage, Carmine's like, "Is he some kind of rogue?"
I said that.
We're in combat. We're actually measuring out now.
I have been measuring out the moment you open the door. That is why I'm asking if anyone else is doing anything, because this is your first turn.
He's a size queen. Good.
Why I mentioned Chet having to use a dash action to make the full distance.
I'm going to...
This is all happening in 6 seconds.
I'm going to go to the last row, furthest from the stage, and I'm going to hide behind the chairs.
All right.
I like it.
Just a reminder, the theater isn't packed full of every single seat full of mannequins, but it is roughly half full of mannequins. So
Wait,
there's
can I only cast that on me?
about 150 mannequins in this theater.
Let's see here.
Yeah, 20 rows, 15 seats across. Yeah.
That is a
that's
dirty
big enough.
20 for stealth.
Well, does that
Nice.
include the pass without trace? Because what I will do then, if you're going to hide there, I will essentially get 29 feet down so that you're still in the aura, and I'm closer to the stage, but not like all the way up.
That was without the pass without a trace.
It would be because order of operations, Carmine going into the last row would have remained within the 30 feet at that time.
Okay.
So dirty 30.
See what I'm looking at.
Not that I think you can get a natural 30. If you do, I have questions.
I do have a D.
I mean, I could.
I have a D48.
Interesting. I have a D24. I also have a D60.
Yep, that's my D24. I use that to roll for time of day. Yeah.
Nice.
I am also
For those
stealthing
in
now.
chat, and I don't know, in the voice channel that we're running the game through, there are gifts being spammed, and I am trying not to be distracted by the creepy or funny gifts that are coming through.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. That being said, yes, Carmine, what are you doing?
I'm getting.
You
I'll
now
say
have the opportunity to do your own thing.
Yeah, it's a 30-foot aura, so I'll get 30 feet from Rose, so that she's still in the aura at the back there.
About a third of the way down the aisle.
Right. Yeah. So let's see. So what's my stuff? Plus fucking 12 or something. Plus infinity, I think. No, where are you at? Oh, plus 22. Okay,
Plus
how bad
your
is it?
bomb.
Correct. So that's 7 plus 22 is 29.
Nice. You kind of crouch along the way as well. At that moment,
I have to. Do I have to roll for my Drake separately?
Yes.
Okay.
Does your Drake have stats in any?
I was just gonna say I don't know what her. I don't know what her. Your bloodthirst Drake companion. There you are. Her dex is +1. I think she uses my proficiency bonus. Saving throws. If it's her, her dex plus my proficiency is 4, so she gets a +14 in total.
Wait, it's dex plus plus what?
It says, where'd it go?
Does she share your proficiencies? Oh, here we go.
Friendly to use, see its game statistics. Stat block, which uses your proficiency bonus in several places. When you summon the Drake, choose type. Saving. Well, her saving throw is +1, which is her dex plus proficiency bonus. So if her dex save includes proficiency, I imagine dex checks would. No.
Well, that's the thing, because you have to choose what skills you're proficient in, and you don't have to be proficient in stealth.
Oh, okay. I mean, +1's. I mean, that's fair. +1, then plus the 10 for. Yeah. Okay, so +11 total. What do you got? What do you got? Are you better than me? You should be better than me. It's a 6, so 17.
All right. No, she's just walking down the aisle like a big ass Drake.
She's like, I'm a fucking dragon. I'm not high.
Okay. Do you, real quick, Popo, do you know what the gif of when your entire party rolls for stealth is from?
No.
It's from a series called Journey Quest. Please watch it. It is hilarious. These are 3 orcs turned human. It is great. Don't you fucking dare. It's hilarious.
Amazing.
Now that being said, your giant drake of a mount is just walking down the aisle, not caring about what's going on.
That's it. That's Drake for you.
Mom, and ask her where to move it.
You hear a loud snapping sound, and as the house lights all flicker on, coming from the stage all the way up the aisle towards the back of the room, the main room now being fully lit up, and you hear basically emanating from all around you, "Well, aren't we the excited ones? It appears it's finally time to get the show started."
No, the exciting
But
ones
of
are
course,
the exciting ones are tomorrow. We're Rose's riffraff.
But of course, you can't have a show without your star players.
No, they're next Tuesday.
At which point, spotlights turn on and shine and move and shine over each one of you, except for Chet, who's already standing in a spotlight. There's just another spotlight moves onto him, so there's two now pointing at him.
Right.
You kind of feel your pass with Trace be there, but not really. You feel like you're trying to breathe. You feel like you're trying to blow air into a balloon that's already full.
Yeah, it's
Hot.
don't talk about candy like that. That's fine. Go ahead. You can talk about it like that. All right, I'll drop pass without trace. Fuck it. I think
All right, I'll give you all. I'll allow you all another round to do anything that you wish.
Who's gonna roll to seduce? Chet, are you rolling to seduce?
No, actually, I'd like to roll performance.
Ah, yes, please do.
It's an 11.
What do you attempt to perform?
I just want to turn out to the crowd of mannequins. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, you should be at home. This is not for you. Before we begin tonight's show, I have one question. Do you speak common?
You look out on at a crowd of blankless expressions of wooden mannequins.
As he's saying that, I'm nudging my chest Eddie, shaking him up, making him beat on the drum, and I do a little trill on the flute to
I will allow that
accentuate
to work as a help action to give what is that, just a +2, or do they actually change the help action?
You know, they would talk. Damn it!
5 to performance.
Damn it! I ruined my own joke. Never mind.
Oh, hey, Oblivion's up. Bye, everybody.
That does give you advantage on the roll. So, Chet, you can roll again if you wish to have advantage.
No, I want to stick with my previous one.
Okay.
There it is. They
Let
can't
me see,
talk.
what was it?
They can't talk, but they would. It's not
I think it's
funny,
like one
but
more.
There it is.
I went from an 11 to 12.
That was the DC. No.
No. I accidentally closed the window. There we go. Crowd, as I said, is sorry, it's expressionless blank faces, not blankless expression faces.
I had what I had, damn it.
¿Por qué los dos?
Yeah. Well, the nice thing, Larry, is they're all made of wood, so they're going to burn spectacularly.
Correct.
Now, is this a disco? And if we light it on fire, will they panic?
Not likely, but it could be if you turn into one.
If
So
if I have
that
animate
is
object,
Chet and Larry's round.
mm,
I mean, I suppose the alternative would have been this.
Rose and Carmine, what are you doing in this attempt?
I'm staying where I am.
There is a spotlight on you, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
see. I would like to percept. So the voice, it sounded like it was in our heads, or did it sound like it was finally in the room with us?
It sounds like it's in the room with you.
Okay, I would like to see if I can percept where this voice is coming from,
All right, roll perception.
and perhaps see this individual. Let's see now. Perception
You know,
+2.
scrolling through the gifs, I didn't expect to come across my character.
That's a dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
You notice looking around that there are speakers hidden in the ceiling and in behind some seats. That appears to be where the sound's likely coming from.
I think he's in his office and he's watching us on security cam. This is some Saw shit about to go down.
What do you want?
Why, I want to tell a story. After all, every hero needs a good villain. And what better villains than you?
He's
After
not
all,
wrong.
I mean, you know the word
disrupting
villain.
a community, destroying an ecosystem, usurping the local monarchy. There's little you haven't done.
You have to admit that was funny.
I mean,
Did
one
we
man.
usurp a monarch?
I mean, you banished.
I mean, but to be
her.
honest, all I really did was cheat at cards and lie to a very good friend about the price of blood oranges.
I want to see. I
It's not
specifically.
you.
I was
It's
just gonna
not
say
you.
I'm rolling on the very good friend.
I just imagine Carmine. Wait, you were lying?
Damn it! I
Oh,
rolled.
that's
Wait, we're
you're so
friends?
adorable.
I
That's
rolled.
adorable. You think we have friends.
I rolled a 19. I wanted to roll lower. I'm like, he's not talking about me. We're not that good of friends.
No, but you trust him explicitly. You think you're a good friend.
Remember,
do.
you have to roll on disadvantage.
No, that's right. That's right. Because I think I'm lying to myself, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I just rolled back-to-back 17s.
Not the
Because
17.
because
Anything but the number 17.
Carmine is clear-headed. He woke up. He had a good sleep. He slept it off. He woke up and he's like, "I appreciate that, Chet. It'll be good to die in the. It'll be good to
If
die
I
in the
had-
company of good friends."
You should, even if you'd have had me roll a D100, I still would have guessed it.
If I had merchandise for the games I run with Popo, it would all just be a D20 with the number 17 up.
Amazing.
Because the worst and best things happen from his damn number 17.
Perfect. Well, I'm
He
part
had
of
to
it.
rewrite an entire part of the last campaign because I got a number right.
I thought it would be fun. He made a joke. I thought, you know what, that's funny. Sure, roll. You roll a number, and if it's above a certain thing, I'll go with it. He couldn't roll because he's driving, so I said, fine. You guess the number, and I'll roll. There's a much lower chance now.
Okay, so here's the thing. I said, because the characters in the session were like, hey, there's a dragon in this painting. You wouldn't know who that is. And I'm like, oh, just because I'm a dragonborn, I'm automatically know every dragon, huh? You gotta say we're related? Well, no, I didn't mean to. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I shouldn't have yelled at you. You're racist. And that's something that we can fix. I'm your friend, and I'm going to help you through it. Like, I was just really laying it on, and then I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I was actually related to the dragon?
And so
And he's like that's stupid.
that's
And then
ridiculous.
he's
You're
later he's like,
Dragonborn.
yeah. Then he rolls around with. At the next session, I'm going to roll a d20. I want you to guess a number. 17. No, not now. At the next session.
Amazing.
And then when the next session rolls around, he's like, "Oh yeah, take a number." I said, "I'm still saying 17." He goes, "God damn it!"
Because I was bringing in a dragon to the campaign. Because I like
Yeah.
to sometimes sprinkle dragons into my Dungeons and Dragons.
Mhm.
I run about as many dungeons as I run dragons.
Right. Yeah. Mhm.
I
dig it.
And as a joke, that was the idea of like originally the idea was that I was gonna have him roll. I think I was gonna set it to a DC of 18 or higher, so he had like a 15% chance of getting it. But since he couldn't roll, I just had him guess a number, and therefore it's a 5% chance of him getting it. I'll roll.
Right. Yeah.
And he guessed that, and I rolled a 17, and that's been the running joke because it's been every time something stupid and or game breaking has happened, it's been on a 17.
Good.
I just
And
so on that.
An additional thing though, as an additional thing, I said if I was related to that dragon, he changed it to I'm going to be related to every dragon we meet.
Because it was such a stupid chance of it happening. I'm like, you know what? I'm that DM where you're not allowed to do the thing, but I'll give you an exception, and decide, you know what, fuck it, never mind. We're going to take this. We're going to go a full 180 and make you regret this.
I'm gonna punish you with what you wanted.
And well, here's the thing. Then he gave me a homebrewed power where I could obtain their heart scales and change my Dragonborn's color and typing for 1 hour a day at will.
By making those dragons vulnerable to like any attack and becoming fatal on them, which are all family dragons now. He has the ability to change his origin of draconic ancestry for an hour.
Well, then on that 17, Carmine has this bizarre, and it passes, but he has this bizarre multi-dimensional flash where he realizes he is a character in a story. Because he's thinking about Chet and him saying that and he's like, why would he say we're great friends? I've known him for like 17 hours. That sand must still be in my brain. Everything's fine.
Hi, buddy. For a flash, it's just hi.
Yeah, he looks at Chet, and Chet's just like, and he's like, we'll deal with this later.
Okay.
Yeah, thing.
And there, you hear the
look. What one man's villainy is another man's revolution. Okay, it's all about perspective.
I mean, we have a do we ever discuss what Philip is?
He's just a dude.
He's a warlock.
Okay, so we have a guy, a vampire, a werewolf granny, 2 dead children inhabiting a single body. Hello, and Larry,
Santa,
and Larry,
and Ed, Ed and Ed's backpack.
Like I just want to point out the hilarity of his name because of those. What are those terribly written horror things? It's like no one's as crazy as Larry.
Yeah.
So just like describing everybody and Larry.
And Larry. Oh.
You aren't exactly picking up saints.
That's Skin Flare. That's Mind Crusher. And that's Larry.
That's that Tony Stark moment. You might have an army. But we have a Larry.
Whose turn is it?
I think we've all
whoever's turn it wants to be, because it was villain monologue. It was it was main bad guy monologue at the moment.
The big good wholesome guy. He thinks he's the good guy. He thinks we're the BBEGs. Maybe Ed's the babeg. Ed, are you a bad guy?
I'm the hero. You're the villain. You lose. I win.
Oh.
Oh no, it's Darkiplier. Drink.
You're the bandit. Hang on, what is it?
Damn it. Oh, damn. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
I'm just trying to figure out if it's my turn, because if it is, I'm going to put on a show.
We're in a theater.
Sure, go ahead. Actually, no. Everybody can roll initiative now.
Initiative.
Officially, we are rolling initiative.
7. I rolled in that one and got my modifier.
So you get rolled in that one. You roll again.
Mm-hmm.
You got to confirm that nat 1 even on initiative rolls.
I confirmed with the 2. Are you happy?
Yes, actually, incredibly so.
I feel like if you got a double nat 1, you'd be stunned for the first round.
Yes.
No, don't say that. That's happened.
That's what I'm
First
saying.
off, that has happened before. I've run a game where someone was distracted for 3 full rounds of combat in a cave, trying to remember if it's called a stalagmite or a stalactite. And
That's
someone had to literally
hilarious.
yell at him that there's enemies before he was able to have a round of combat. Because I'm like, okay, roll another initiative so I can put you in the turn order. And he's like, I rolled a nat 1. How do you keep rolling nat 1s?
Well, see, the problem was he started thinking, well, it's only a stalactite if it's a virgin.
I'm looking for initiative. I'm not finding it.
What?
So, do you see the shield for the armor class?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
There you go. All right, y'all. You guys are gonna have to tell me what you get because my D&D Beyond isn't loading what any of the results are.
14 for Rose.
All right.
13 for Carmine. 8 for Larry. What did Ed?
13?
What did Ed get? Is Ed count as a familiar at this point?
Yeah, Ed's a familiar at this point.
Ed's gonna be dead soon. It's fine.
I mean, he can banish him to a pocket dimension. It's just his sack.
It depends on who's giving him the D.
That's fair. It's Larry. Duh.
Don't make me send you the
Right
horny
around my
jet
neck.
too.
And then Chet rolled the nat 1.
But I think Ed is a pillow print.
Technically, I
Does
rolled
Ed have AC?
a 7 and an
Because
8.
he's functioning like a chest plate.
Ed has an AC of 8. You have an extra AC of 2.
Ed has an AC of 11,
Oh.
but gains your dexterity modifier.
But is Larry have partial cover?
No.
I mean, he does. No, Ed is
any
a pillow.
benefit Larry would have gotten is removed from being encumbered.
Ed is no. He enlarged. He is now a size larger.
True, which makes him easier to hit.
Ed is a pillow princess. Anyway,
hang on. And Philip rolled a 16. Philip goes first. No,
he's a pillow prince.
I'm actually not going to be controlling Philip through this. Philip is sir not appearing in this film for this session because I don't like playing the player characters.
Does he roll too good?
Did he accident? I know what happened. No. I know what happened.
You can ask Popo. I don't roll good.
I know what happened. When Rose banished Snow White because Snow White is his patron, he went with her.
Yep.
It just took a little while.
She summoned him.
That's right. Yeah, she got banished, and she was like,
she summoned him.
She's like, you know what? They're gonna die. I've seen what happens. You come with me. We have unfinished business elsewhere. I kind of want to give my radiant acid alchemist firebomb to Zanara. Let her run around like a cat with a bomb. That's an awful lot of minion rolls right there. Is he rolling for every mannequin? Is he rolling for every mannequin in that theater right now?
No. If every mannequin in the theater was an active combatant, they'd all share a single initiative roll.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm
This is-
limiting the number. If I'm
Oh.
under 13, I roll individually.
Gotcha. It's cool. It's gonna be great. Well, I'd say it's been nice working. I'd say it's been nice working with you all, but I'm trying to lie less. I don't say that. Carmine doesn't say that either.
I wish I had a better eraser.
It's the Greyhound, but
Carmine's like, well, it's been great serving with me.
It's nice knowing me. Thank you, me.
Mm-hmm.
Lie to us, not to yourself.
Pinocchio would have been a great. Did Pinocchio come up as a possibility for anybody? For a
Yes,
character
Pinocchio was the suggestion I gave to not suggestion, was the baseline idea I gave to all of you for how to create your characters. Pinocchio was the warforged that was covering himself with the skin and organs of his slain as an attempt to become a real boy.
Okay, yeah.
I had an idea for it, but he told me it was too obscene. Something about the "come on, baby, tell Pinocchio a lie."
That's a slightly different campaign. I'm not saying we won't air that on the Versal Plane, but that's going to require some prep.
This is Grimm's Gathering. You're talking about the bards and the bees.
Yes, correct. And when I say prep, I'm talking about the pill.
Oh my god.
All right. So as you
I need
hear
to mute. I'm gonna mute myself.
This voice over you laughing about how I'm the hero here, and you're just the villains, the bandits, the savages. But this is where the story ends. 4 puppets around the theater stand up. Each of them take a step towards a different person, scattered about. So there's one in the back. There is one about halfway up the aisles, and there are 2 towards the front of the stage. And the one in the back next to Rose is going to make their attack first. Basically, their arms flipping on the wooden axis of their arm flipping out, turning into almost like a wooden tanto sort of thing. I use a boken.
Okay.
And they are
If it's broken, should it work?
Yes, a boken. They are going to swing at you with their multi-attack. The first swing is an 11.
Does not hit.
The second one is a 17.
That is my armor class.
And the third one is a 24 to hit.
Okay. Definitely hits.
All right. So the first one is going to do... You die.
You die, who dis?
First one is going to do 11 points of damage. And the second one is
what kind of damage is it?
Another 11 points of damage. Magical slashing damage.
Okay. I was checking because I have resistance to some things.
Yes.
But it says from non-magical attacks, so I was just double checking.
These are considered magical slashing. They cut like steel while being made of wood.
Okay. So you said 11?
Correct.
Okay.
And that is that puppet's turn. However, all the puppets rolled better than you, so they're each going to be able to take their own turn, each attacking a different one of you. The next one up is moving from the front, from the back forward, would be attempting to attack Carmine with the same the same type of attacks. So that is a 21.
21 will hit.
21.
21 will still hit.
And 23.
23 weirdly won't hit. So
for 6 plus 3 plus 11 points of magical slashing damage.
I suppose I should. That bypasses rage. Right. I haven't raged yet, but am I barbarian?
That's a good question.
I'm not. I'm a ranger. I can't rage. Doesn't matter. Different character. Who dis?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Your memory had yesterday last session made it so you couldn't remember other people. Now you can't remember your own self.
That's right. I become
Your
enraged.
accent is still gone.
I'm
Taking a
enraged.
drink at that ogre piss. That's some powerful shit.
Yeah. I'm enraged. It has no magic. It has no mechanical advantage. I'm just pissed. I'm pissed.
Ogre pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is the one that's going to attack at Larry for a 13.
AC is 16.
Okay, so that first one misses. A 5. Or sorry, 6 was on for that, and a 17.
Oh, that'll hit.
All right. For 12 points of damage, of magical slashing damage. And the last one is going to attempt to attack at Chet. However, it is still standing in the front row. So instead, it is going to use its ranged attack, which is a on its opposite arm will flip around and bow strings, or not crossbow arms spring out the side. And
Cool.
a magical bolt of light of this dark black light material will be fired out at Chet.
My turn for a dated reference. I want that guy's arm.
Yeah.
For a
That's pretty fucking cool.
23, 7, and 19.
Hit, you missed, you hit again.
Yep. And then that's a different damage die. This one. For 5 and 10, so 15 points of necrotic damage. And that is the last puppet's turn. The first person up in turn order now is Rose. You have a puppet standing in front of you.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. Well, I'm going to hit it with, excuse me, Eldritch Blast. Here, and I get 2 beams. Pew pew. So that is 22 to hit with the first beam.
That hits.
And a dirty 20 on the second.
That hits.
I rolled max damage on both.
What kind of damage is it?
It is
Force, I believe, in it.
Is that what it is? Yeah, force damage. So I rolled a 10 on both. So 10 plus 5, so 15 for both beams each.
So 30 damage?
Yes.
We just started, but how would you like to do this?
I am aiming for like center mass of the chest of the puppet to like just explode.
You see a pair of standing legs and a splintered torso, no head, no arms, in front of you now,
Fabulous.
as it just kind of drops to its knees and falls over, and you hear this echoing wind cry escape out of the mannequin's body.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I looked down and just saw a 10 on each of my D10s.
Is there anything else you can do that you want to do?
Let me see. Bonus actions. Yes. What is the distance on it? 90
Almost
feet.
the full range.
Okay.
You can hit
So-
anybody you can hit any of them, actually.
Okay, so the one next to Carmine, I'm going to cast Hex on it.
All right. When you deal damage to it, you'll deal extra damage.
Oh, sweet. When she does. Not me.
Actually,
Yes. Correct.
you know what? Nope, I take that back. I'm not going to do that.
All right.
So, no bonus action.
All right. You can still move. I will say, because you are in the seats, all movement is now considered difficult terrain. It just means you have half your movement.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine where I am.
All right. sounds
Eldritch
good.
Blast has a good range to it, so.
And same with the puppets. We're going down the aisle in turn order. Carmine's up next.
Excellent. I kind of like doing it this way. So I've already done activate large form. So this
Okay.
that would be my bonus action. That would be my action. And I am here for this. Is it, where are you at? There we go. Okay. So as this thing is moving towards me, I'm going to pull the bow up, go like I'm going to grab it, but I'm going to turn it instead. And I'm going to essentially use it as the, arcane focus to cast, summon beast. That's what it's called, right? Summon beast. So out of the light, it's going to be out of the shadow that's around the light because the spotlight is just fucking big old circle of light on me. But it's edged by this. It's not edged. It's rimmed, but that's not making it better. There is a ring of
Blind.
shadow around it, and from that shadow, a raven is going to materialize and move in. Because I'm in front of it, it's going to move into the one side, and it will attack. So it will have its one attack. Because then after I go, it goes. My action is to summon it. Its action is to attack, and then Janara goes after that. Right?
So it does look like you can command it to do an action. It does not require one from you to do so. So you can make it do. And as far as
Me having Janara attack on her turn requires my bonus action. I think.
that's why I'm double checking.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it takes a bonus action to command her to take an action. Oh no. It can move and use its reaction. The only action it can take is the dodge, but you can use a bonus action to make it take a different action.
Okay. Yeah. So
effectively,
yes.
though, you can use your action to do a thing, your bonus action have Janara do a thing, and just something for your Raven to do a thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna basically they're gonna flank it. So the Raven's gonna come into the one side. I will like the Raven's attack will not be at advantage, right? Because Janar's not technically in flanking yet, right?
Correct. And there is kind of like it's the standing point.
Yeah. Okay. So the what come back here. The spiritual raven? Yes, the bestial spirit. Ooh, that's yeah. I can't help that. Bestial spirit is in the text. The bestial spirit materializes out of the shadow, takes a rend attack, is going to be my spell attack modifier, which is going to be only +5.
And what spell did you cast this at? Or what level did you cast this at?
This is I believe it's a second level spell. Yeah, so that's my second level spell.
And so it only has one rend attack.
Right, yes. Oh, that's a 9. That's a waste, but that's okay.
It does not hit.
That did not hit. So then Janara's like, he's with the beast. Oh, whatever. Let me show you how to do this. And then Janara charges in from the other side, so she gets flanking.
Yeah, I'll give her advantage then. Yeah.
Okay. I should go back there. Hers is. Come back.
You're gonna have her make a bite attack?
Yeah. Where are you? Hunter's market. There you are. There, come back. There you are. There. So oh, that's her reaction. Yes. So bite attack +3 plus proficiency to hit. My
Which is a
proficiency
+3.
is 3, so it's +6. Okay.
Yep.
So it's 15 plus 6 is 21.
That
Yep.
does hit.
21. So my entire turn is going to be her doing 1d6 plus 3 damage.
Yep.
That's 5 points of damage.
Man. It's a good chunk of damage. It definitely bites into the wood and causes some splintering. It's not good for the teeth.
No. She's making toothpicks.
Yeah.
Is hers? Hers is not. Yeah, that's my turn though. I was just looking at her stat bar.
You can move. You would provoke an attack of opportunity if you moved.
Yeah, no, I'm not moving.
All right. Next up would be Larry. There is a mannequin standing next to you, down by Schleppnir, who just kind of slashed at you with a wooden arm sword.
Right. Well, then I'm going to pull a dagger off of my bandolier, Ivy knife, and just lead into it. Dive right down onto it with the knife.
With Eddie in tow.
Yep.
All right. Roll the hit.
With the dagger?
Yes.
That is 13 plus 8, 21.
All right. That does hit. I need to double check. So make another attack with it. Because you have weapon mastery.
30, 20.
All right, so that's another hit. So you get two rolls of damage on it.
What's my damage roll? What do I click?
So do you see how you have that +8 next to the dagger, and then there's a 1d4 + 5? You click that.
Oh, okay.
And you'll end up clicking that twice.
So that's 6 and 6.
Oh, minimum damage.
Time.
So 12. I can do math. Reverse math. No. That is your first attack action. You have 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, Carmine, you also had 2 attack actions. Oh, but you didn't attack. You ended up using your action to cast a spell. That's right. My bad.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'm at it again I'm going to keep on going with the baby knife.
All right. You only get the 1 attack this time since weapon mastery is only once per turn.
What about Nick?
That is the weapon mastery.
Oh, is
You
it?
can cast an extra attack only once per turn.
I thought Nick was the name of the mannequin.
Well, then in that case, I'm going to use a quarterstaff to hit him the second time.
All right.
The bonk stick.
Yep. Because he might
Rafiki
go
his
prone.
ass.
That is not a once per turn thing, so you still get the topple effect if you succeed.
Oh, damn.
So that is a 19.
Wait, hang on. That does hit. Yep.
And the damage is a 7.
All right. It's still in one piece. You can force it to make a Constitution saving throw if you wish, or to knock it prone.
Yeah.
All right. So DC 8 plus the ability modifier used to make the attack roll, which I believe is a strength. So DC is 8 plus 5. That's 13. DC 13 Constitution saving throw. That's a nat 1. Confirmed with a 19 for 25. So it's still falls prone, but not in the worst case scenario.
Right. And I'm gonna for my bonus action.
Yes.
What would you allow Eddie to do if I were to put a dagger in each of his hands?
He is not proficient with daggers, so he would have to use his improvised weapons, and he'd still only be able to make one attack.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna whack him with my quarterstaff again.
Trying to use 2-weapon fighting for that?
Yep.
All right, let me double check. That is with a light weapon. You can make an extra attack if you have a light weapon in your main and offhand. The quarterstaff is a 2-handed weapon. Technically, it's versatile.
So I can't hit it with both.
So you can use it as one hand or 2-handed. But no, you would not be able to. You would not be able to hit twice with the same weapon like that.
Oh, can I use the dagger then?
It depends. What did you roll for damage with the quarterstaff? Did you roll the 1d6 or the 1d8?
Quarterstaff was a 1d6.
Then yes, you can use the dagger.
Okay.
In that case, the dagger. Sorry, I have to keep looking at the rollings because I don't know all this by heart. Bonus action. You will not add your ability modifier to the damage, but you roll your attack as normal.
Okay. 28.
That
was
that hits.
the B.
That is actually a modified critical, so roll again.
14.
All right, that normal damage. So it'll be just a 1d4.
4, so 9.
You do not get your ability modifier for the damage, so it's just the 1d4.
Oh, then
I believe
5?
that means you rolled a 4 on that.
Which one's the plus 5? So it's a 1d4. Yeah.
Yeah. So you rolled a 4 for that?
Yes.
It is scratched, broken, kind of wriggling a little bit. It's got splintered shoulders and a torso. Its legs don't look like they're still facing the correct direction. And you can hear this like whirring of some machinery and this weird airy gasping noise coming from it. That I believe that just leaves your ability to move if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get up on stage. I'm gonna have Sleipnir jump onto the stage.
All right. Do you want to be standing on the side next to Chet or the side flanking the? Or I guess it really doesn't matter because the other one's still in the crowd as well.
Well, no, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna stay right there. I'm gonna stay right there.
All right. And that leaves Chet. You're up.
Right on.
You're on the stage.
What am I
And you can
facing?
see the full crowd in front of you. There's
What is the nearest enemy to me?
about 10 feet.
About 10 feet. Okay.
You have to jump off the stage to get to it, but yeah, it's right in the front crowd.
Okay. Not used this one yet. I want to use my psychic blades attack. I have 2 for dex and 1 for strength. I'm gonna go with dex on that.
All right.
What's the wrong one? 14.
That does not hit.
Not hit. Well then, I've just wasted that. Hey, for my bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and use up one of my bardic inspirations to use Tales from Beyond. Determined Tale.
All right.
I think that is what die is it? It's a D12.
Yep.
And that landed on a 5. Ooh, Tale of the Avenger.
Who's the target for your tail?
No one yet.
I believe you have to choose your target before you choose the tail.
Oh,
No, you're
it just
changing the
said
tail in
here.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah, I have Determined Tale and use.
All right.
So for now, I'm holding my Tale of the Avenger.
You retain the tail in mind until you bestow the tail effect, or you finish a short or long rest. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you wish to move?
I do.
All right. Where do you wish to go? It's pretty open-ended.
You said the one enemy is 10 feet away.
Yeah.
I'll jump down next to them.
All right. You are now standing next to them, 5 feet away, because it's how D&D does stats does blocking.
Yeah. And on that, let me check something right quick. Okay, so I can't use that because I didn't actually land an attack. So can't really do much anything else right now.
Fair. You don't really expect the first round of combat to do much because that was just one round. All right, back to the top. The first puppet's dead. The second puppet, however, is going to attempt to attack Carmine again.
Yeah, it is.
This time, it is going to use its once a day ability to try to wrap its strings as you see these puppets standing. You notice that they all have these strings coming off of them, more marionettes being puppeted than mannequins themselves. It is going to throw its strings down and try to wrap them around Carmine.
Is Carmine
How very
into
Doctor Who of you.
is Carmine into Shibari?
You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
What's the DC though?
Yes. Is Dex?
Must succeed on a DC saving throw or be restrained. But what's the dexterity? What
I know, I
was
hate when the
DC?
things don't say what it is. I think you have to look up the restrained or grappled page to find it.
Is it on the other character sheet for this?
What sort of reactions
It's
do I have?
not okay. Don't mind me, just attempting to figure out a small bit of a stat block that wasn't filled in.
In your hubris.
I wonder how that is calculated.
How do you calculate spell DC?
I was gonna say, is it so I'm thinking of like a blue dragon's breath weapon, I think has a dex save. So let's see here.
8 to your proficiency bonus, then adding your 8 is the base, then you add your proficiency bonus, then you add your spellcasting ability modifier. Okay. That helps. So I guess for a monster, its proficiency would be based on CR rating? Doesn't really give a proficiency modifier.
I was gonna say, are you looking at the new stat blocks? I have to get used to that. Let's see, save this plus 5. 5 and 5 is 10 on that. 19. Pardon me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Cthulhu be with you.
Cthulhu be with me on Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Well, apparently there is a proficiency bonus by challenge rating table in the monster manual. Give me a sec. Gotta find this now.
Or let's see here.
Just slightly complicated.
Carmine's like, no, you take your time. Everything's fine. I'll be here.
It's almost as if the CR rating is its level. It's not quite, but it's close enough. So with that, so it's 8 plus.
Don't mind me just trying to terrorize the chat.
This has to be based on there. That so. Okay, so you have to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 11.
Okay.
Sorry that took so long to figure out, but
you're good.
Not everything is just handed to you, I guess.
No.
And I'm the DM, and I need to have less pages open, please.
That's not
I'm
how
the
it works.
DM, and I want it now.
That is 3 and 3 plus 9, 12.
All right, you are successfully not restrained
just
by this
barely.
webs, and therefore it can make a single attack at you instead of its multi-attack. Does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
All right, so that is that puppet's turn. Oops, gave it away. It's a puppet.
It's a dummy.
To the yeah.
I'm like,
jumping to the one that
good try, dummy.
Barely survived Larry's attack. You hear this this gasping wheeze come out of it as the body shakes and shudders and then goes limp. And
so it's okay, Larry. It's not your fault.
1 in 5, right? Going limp.
Stop working.
It happens sometimes. It's all right. It's all right.
The one standing next to Chet, however, is going to spin its arm around, putting the crossbow back down, and spin the other one out, bringing out its wooden blade and attempt to slash at Chet
Don't do that. That's not
for
nice.
a 11, 7, and a 17.
That last one hit.
All right.
The hearts just aren't into it. You know, there's a better life out there for all of you if you come with us. You could join us. They don't speak common, do they?
Yes. Finally something high. 12 max damage, so that's 12 magical slashing damage.
Eh.
I'm trying to recruit an army of dummies.
And we go to Rose's turn.
There's a political joke to be made there, but I won't make it.
All right, so there is currently a thing by Carmine and a thing in front of Chet. Right?
Correct. Yes.
And a deactivated thing
Okay.
in front of Larry.
Okay, so she is going to make her first attack for the one Eldritch Blast for the one by Carmine.
All right.
That's an 11 to
That
hit.
does not hit.
Okay, so she'll make her second attack for that one. Oh, that's much better. 22 to hit.
That does hit.
And that's 12 points of force damage.
Did you roll another 10?
Nope. That would have been 15.
Oh, that's right. Okay. That's right. It was 30 the first time around.
Yeah.
So that was 12?
12. Yep.
All right. You basically blew off one of its shoulders altogether.
Okay.
That's why it missed me.
Cool.
It tried to swing at me, and as it was swinging at me, she shot. The arm blew off before it could hit me.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And I'm gonna stay where I am for right now.
Sounds good. That leads to Carmine. Your turn. There is a majorly damaged mannequin standing in front of you.
There is.
Giddy.
Does sharpshooter mean I shoot regular at close range with ranged shots, or is that the gunner?
I think sharpshooter is at range. You shoot.
I have a longer range. That's yeah.
Let me double check because it could be wrong.
Okay. I feel like that is correct.
I'm looking at the wrong person's character sheet. That would not help.
That also seems correct. That's all right.
Sharpshooter. Your ranged attacks with weapons ignore half color and 3/4 cover. Being within 5 feet of an enemy doesn't impose disadvantage on your attack rolls with ranged weapons, and attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your attack rolls with ranged weapons.
Sweet.
So
I'm gonna having been holding the bow this direction, just turn it back upright and kind of take half a step in and get right up to its face and pull that back.
And I want you to miss. Please miss.
And get fucking serious. 12 and 11 is 23.
That does hit, yes.
All right. I won't take the second shot just yet then, because let's see here. I finally looked it up. Janara is a fire dragon, which means this will do 1d8 of piercing plus 1d6 of fire plus 6. And then these things are wooden. So I'm going to use Strike of the Fire Giant and do an extra 1d10 of fire damage. Maybe.
Hell yeah.
We'll see.
I lost track of what dice you're rolling for this.
Yeah, so let's see here. It's 2 plus 6 is 8 piercing damage. Fucking 1 fire damage from the bow. And then 7 fire damage from Strike of the Fire Giant. So 8 fire damage total, 8 piercing damage total.
How would you like to do this?
Yeah, just steps in with the bow, gets the bow right up to its face, and then just kind of like, I gotta make sure I hit this one. And it's, how do we describe it before that because there is no string, so I go to like reach for the string that's not there, and as my fingers are closing, the string sort of materializes, and then as I pull that radiant string back, the arrow materializes. But because it's got some radiance, and then like little fire flicking off of it because of Janara, and then just let that fire arrow right in the face. I'm giving it a fire facial, is what I'm saying.
Good.
Fire Bukkake.
That's, yeah, pretty much. Well, that one's gone.
As your arrow, your arrow of light generates and swirls of fire go around it, and then it glows even brighter from your own fire giant ancestry. The head just pops into wooden splinters and little sparks of fire as it fills the area around you in the theater. One of the chairs catches on fire.
That's good. We'll leave that for later. I think he does instinctively just slightly flinch back because these are wooden splinters, and he's like, wooden stakes. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine.
Any wooden stakes?
The stakes couldn't be higher.
That's right. That's right. This one's well done. So then I'm gonna turn and take a shot at the one that is haranguing Chet. And that'll be a plus 11. Why do I keep moving the dice? Come on. That's a 28.
That hits.
And so that's going to be 1d8 plus 1d6. That is 3 and 6 is 9 piercing. And 4 fire. And then...
So that was 9 piercing and 4 fire?
Yes. And spells...
I do want to double check. So 15 points of damage.
How close are they? Or how close is that one?
To you?
Yes.
60 feet away.
60. Excellent. So the Raven, the Shadow Raven, has a 60-foot fly speed. I guess technically it would be 65 feet from the Raven, right? Because the Raven was over here.
It's either 65 feet from the Raven and 55 from Janara, or vice versa.
Okay, so let's see what Janara's movement. You know what? I'm just gonna look. Let's see.
You didn't exactly ever really specified who was closer to the back of the room.
Who was where? Yeah. Let's see.
Janara's only got 40 feet, so it wouldn't matter.
Is the Raven closer? No. So what's the Raven? Quoth the Raven. Let's see.
Nevermore.
That is an extremely dated reference. Multi-attack, pack tactics. Well, I guess the Raven's going to just move towards that one. It will be...
All right.
It can move 60 feet, so it's probably still 5 feet away. And then...
Yeah.
Okay. And then Janara, what is your speed? She's only got 40 feet of movement. So she's going to get most of the way there. She's still 15 feet away.
And that would be your bonus action to move her.
Okay. Bonus action.
But no, it can move. It can move and use its reaction on its own. So no, that wouldn't be your bonus action.
Okay.
Technically, you could use your bonus action to make her dash.
Yeah, she'll do that. We'll do that. I'm like, get all the way over there.
You could get her there up to Chet and the other puppet.
Yeah, but then she can't attack because that attacking would be my
Right.
bonus action, but yeah, okay, cool. And then I guess I'll start moving in that direction too. So I'm going to get about 30 feet.
All right. Halfway there.
Yeah, and that way, kind of
Halfway
getting in
there.
halfway there, halfway in, halfway. I would walk 500 miles, and I would not. That way, I'm sort of in the middle of the theater too. For whatever happens next, there's got to be a second act.
That leads us up to Larry. It's your turn. Your
Larry.
puppet is just kind of
Larry.
lifeless as ever on the ground in front of you, and then there's another one about another 15 feet down the aisle from you, next to Chet.
Damn, right next to Chet. Well, can't cast Fireball. Well, I
Right
guess
next to
I'll
Chet and
use...
next to Janara.
She's resistant to fire, so she can take it.
I'll go on ahead and use my movement to get right next to the doll next to Chet.
Right.
And then I'm going to take my quarterstaff in both hands.
All right, that'll allow you to use the 1d8 for damage.
And I'm going to roll to hit. That is 26.
That's a modified critical. Roll again.
So I need to roll again?
Yeah.
And that is a 15.
That is the AC, so this would be considered a crit.
Ooh, yes.
So your normal maximum damage is a 14. So you'll roll your damage and add another 14 on top of that.
Oh, sweet. Damage is 14.
Oh shit, you roll max on that too? Nice. Good hit. For a total of 28. And
Woo!
you can yet again force it to make a Constitution saving throw if you wish.
Yep. Lay down, bitch. Oh shit.
What was that? 8 plus 13. And your proficiency bonus, so that's 16. DC 16. That is a 24. So it does not. This one doesn't fall over. This one stands strong, tall, better than the rest.
And deliver.
I'm gonna hit it again.
Go for it.
Quarterstaff. That is a 22 to hit.
That does hit.
Rolling for damage. That is 14.
All right. Again? That's 2 max rolls?
14.
8 plus 6.
Yeah. Nice. All right.
14 is the magic
how would you like to do this?
I would like to split it in half all the way down to the asshole.
Well, these puppets didn't have one before, but you definitely made one.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that, Chet? There's something. There's something to search.
Got a pocket now, huh?
It's got a prison pocket now.
Now, I do have a bonus action, right?
That you do, yes.
Would I be able to use my bonus action to, not the one in the sack, but just grab a cannonball and huck it towards the densest pocket of puppets?
If you were to just, it depends on if you're trying to throw it with force or if you're trying to toss it into that area. If you're tossing it into that area, then yes, you can use a bonus action. The cannonball will not detonate. It will just be in that area. If you're throwing it with force to cause the cannonball to detonate, that would be an attack action, and you would not be able to do so as a bonus action.
Yeah.
You can shoot it with an arrow later, though.
You could set it up if that's what you wish to do.
In that case, I'm going to huck a container of oil into the densest thicket of puppets.
Absolutely. They're kind of spaced out in like a not a checkerboard pattern, but more or less in a checkerboard pattern of full seat, empty seat, full seat, empty seat, across the aisles. So you find where they're away from where the puppets that came to life were, and you just huck one of your bottles of oil over there, hitting into one of the empty seats, splashing it across, and it hits the surrounding 4 puppets.
Okay.
And that comes up to Chet's turn. As far as you're aware, all the puppets are dead. All the puppets that were standing are dead, and the rest are still seated.
Okay.
So, good show, everyone.
I have a feeling it's not over.
No, he's fine. Roll credits.
This is just the intermission.
Hmm.
The carnival sort of music that was playing before continues.
Okay, so I guess while we wait, does anyone need to use the little adventurers room?
Janara just shakes her head.
That's what depends are for, dearie.
Depends on what.
Depends on
I
what.
turned to what's his name? Eddie. Are you enjoying the show, mate?
Not especially.
You want
Eddie's response
to
to
put you in a seat there, mate?
Eddie's response to Chet, by the way, I already did.
Don't worry, Eddie. It's going to get so much worse.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It's true. I don't have a name for my
I'd like
raven.
to go home now.
Oh, Eddie, this is your home now.
Am I being kidnapped?
I'm holding him right here. I'll tell you what, if you're tired of seeing what I'm seeing, we'll just do this.
No.
Toss him around, and now he's on my back like a cape.
So you just gotta click
That's
your
what I'm
heels.
saying. As he says, can I, when he
He
goes,
just kind of like
can I leave?
and smacks into your back.
That's like saying, it's like when he's like, can I leave? And I'm like, no. And I'm like handing him one of the wooden sticks that the puppets were using.
Just ripping off one of the bokens.
I hear there's no place like. I hear there's no place like home. If you click your heels together, you might be able to get there.
That's like asking a T-Rex to clap.
And if you show a little bit of leg, you could get a ride.
Are we still in combat?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
That's why it's Chet's turn.
Okay, I was about to say, let's start the whole place on fire.
So, all of the puppets are gone.
The 4 that were standing, 3 of them have been fully destroyed, and one of them was pretty badly damaged and stopped functioning.
There is a small fire.
So is there?
There's a small fire in one of the chairs, yes. And there's oil on a few of the other puppets that were just sitting, or a few of the other mannequins just sitting in chairs.
That's all I needed to hear.
Can I try to use Mage Hand to put out the fires?
On your turn.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
You may find.
I just wanted to know if if that would work because it's.
I mean, I don't know how
magic.
you're going to do so.
I was imagining trying to snuff it out.
Oh no! This is not a fire that you could smack out with your own hand. So no.
Okay. You said small fire, so I was asking.
Well, yeah, it's a large room in comparison. It's not like the room's on fire.
Yeah,
it's about 100 feet in one direction and 50 feet in another.
Okay.
We're talking about a 5-foot square that's on fire.
Mm-hmm. That's how they start.
So, from just looking over what I can do, from what I can tell, all of the active threats are inactive.
Correct.
Okay. I choose to hide.
How so?
Stealth.
Can I use Skyrim logic?
So technically, that is what the hide action means. Is that you crouch? Typically, what you do is you first use your action to move to a place out of sight, and then hide there.
Am I not in among the chairs?
You're standing in the very front row. You jumped off the stage. You're just standing in the front row. You're at the handicap seating.
Jump down in the orchestra pit.
Oh yeah.
There is not one.
Make an
There's
orchestra
plenty of
pit,
music though.
and then jump down into the.
Make an orchestra pit.
I use my action to build an orchestra
Someone
pit.
else to make the. Yeah. I guess. Well, in that case, can't use anything else since someone wants to be nitpicky. I'll use psychic whispers. I
Okay.
choose my 3 companions here. And then roll 1 psionic energy die. It's a d6. Mazel tov. For 2 hours, you can hear my thoughts. I can hear your thoughts. We can communicate telepathically.
Oh dear! Oh dear! You for some reason
It
you
is
hear a
very
lot
noisy.
you hear a lot of thoughts in Carmine's head about Rose. No, you don't.
You hear a lot of thoughts from Chet's head.
I
None
was
of
going to
them
say,
make sense.
do we hear a fox?
This would be a great opportunity to have Fox here.
Mm-hmm.
You just hear some boiling thoughts in my head. Oh, I should have wiped twice. What a burner.
Yes, you can smell it from here.
All right.
Look at that.
With that, where to place it?
The Megazord.
Well, that was going to be good, and now it's not. One of the oily mannequins stands up.
I thought they were going to turn into a Jenga tower and I'll build and become like a fucking Megazord.
One of the oily mannequins stands up and flips its arm around into a crossbow and attempts to fire 1 shot at Carmine.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
At least it's lubed this time, mate.
For a 19.
Oh, that will hit.
Fire 1 shot at Larry for a 24. Fire
That'll
1
hit.
shot at Chet for a dirty 20. So Carmine is going to take 9 points of damage. Larry is going to take 5 points of damage, and Chet is going to take. Oh, never mind. Ignore all those. Don't take those damage. Rolling the wrong die. Back up. Carmine is going to take. It's a different modifier too, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
I'm like, ouch! Wait, never mind.
Carmine's going to take 5 points in necrotic damage.
Oh, I get that halved.
Larry is going to take 4 points in necrotic damage, and Chet is going to take 6 points in necrotic damage.
Ouch.
Let's see what I have.
Keep in mind, the way necrotic damage works, it is damage that cannot be magically healed.
Can it be halved?
You can only heal it. What?
Can it be halved? I'm resistant to necrotic.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
But if you were to take any healing potions or have a healing spell cast on you, it cannot heal any damage dealt through necrotic damage.
Okay, so max over. There we go. Okay.
Effectively, it reduces your max hit points for the day, sort of thing. When you take a short rest, you can regain them naturally.
Okay.
Necrotic is a weird thing. If you take enough necrotic damage to reach your maximum hit points, you die.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
and that is all it can do. So, Rose, it's your turn. There is now a oily puppet about 50 feet middle of the aisles away from you.
Okay. Eldritch Blast. Its ass.
Oh, it has an asshole too?
About to. Hopefully.
Give that one an asshole too. Chet needs something to search.
That is an
And
18
it's
to hit.
relubed.
That hits.
Okay.
That's
11 points of damage on the first hit. Is it still up?
Yes.
Okay. 24 to hit on the second.
That hits.
And 12 points of damage.
All right. It is still up, but it has taken 2 very large blasts to its body.
Ooh, I have a question. Now that you're connected to us psychically, can we hear Little Boy Blue?
Chet never could. It was the one time. He didn't stick around.
Oh, he didn't join. I thought he one of us became a vessel for the kid.
No, the kid dissipated away.
Oh. Fine.
All right. Yeah. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to stay where I am.
All right. Carmine, it is your turn. And
What's
I'd
that
say it's
thing
about
about ranged
15 feet away
spells?
from you.
It's 15 feet away from me? Or let's see
Yes.
here. All right then. It's covered in oil. So
Yes. Oh,
I'm just
dying.
gonna fire off one. What is it? It's piercing without. Okay. I'm gonna fire off at least one shot at it. What you got? That's a 19.
All right, that hits.
All right. That's the D8 and the D6. So it's 10 points of piercing and 4 points of fire. Does the fire have any sort of fun effect on the oil?
Yes. It's the oil of the mannequin, as well as the ground that the mannequin is standing on, the chair next to it, and the 3 other mannequins near it all catch on fire.
Excellent.
And you would have had a mannequin standing there on fire, except that was still enough damage with the non-fire damage to kill it. So how do you want to do this?
Beautiful. That first one hits it, and then basically it explodes in shrapnel, but all the shrapnel has caught fire, and that shrapnel is what lights everything else in that area on fire.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that was a good one. I'm gonna have to remember that. Larry, yes, this is good.
Well, would you look at the mess you've already made?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's my own fault for thinking that I had the wherewithal to give you an opportunity to give in, surrender, turn away. But no, I have to come in here and clean up this mess myself. And as if
Banish him.
as if through cheap magic, smoke, and effects, you almost see the smoke bomb being thrown on the stage as you see a glimmer of the curtain move, and as the smoke dissipates, you see a gnome-esque looking person with big white frilly hair and a large top hat in this overly gaudy golden, red, and purple outfit with very puffy pantaloons and just bells hanging all over the place.
He's a sentimental man.
If you're gonna do something right, you gotta do it yourself.
Honestly, I don't think we should attack him. I think we should punish him by letting him stay alive, because this looks like this is far worse than anything we could possibly do to him.
I'm going to
Oh,
roll to
looky,
figure out where he
I
sits.
looky, I know
Okay.
vicious mockery.
I do too. I just can't put any magic into it.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I rolled that. That makes turn orders easier. Larry, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Viciously
How
mocked.
far away is he from me?
He's on the stage, so he's about from you 15 feet.
15? Oh, good. Why not? I huck my sack with the caltrops, ball bearings, and 2 cannonballs in it, with holy water and everything, right at him.
Your concoction.
Yep.
All right. Make a ranged attack. What did we determine how you were going to do that last time?
I
It was an
have
attack
memory
roll
problems.
plus your dexterity modifier, I think it was. I think that was it. I think you weren't, because it was improvised. Wait, do you have improvised weapon as a feat? You do not. So yeah, you would just roll a d20 and you'd add 3 to the roll for your attack roll.
All right. D20 is, oh, shit, a 3.
So you rolled a 3.
Yep.
So you rolled a total of 6. So you are going to miss the attack on this. However, there is such a large explosion, he'd still be caught kind of in the splash damage. I'd say he would have advantage on the dex save based on the, where is it, catapult munition. Yeah, it's a dex save of 14. The 15-foot radius of the center point of impact. So I'd say he's on the edge of it. So I'm going to give him advantage on that dex save because of your miss. And that's a 17 for anyways, and a 14. So he does succeed, which means he is taking half damage.
But there's 2 cannonballs in there.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be nice and roll dex save for the second one as well. 13 and a 22. So
Each.
again, he succeeds. So he's taking half damage on that as well.
What's the? It's
10d6 on each of those. What else did you put in there?
There's caltrops, ball bearings, and holy water.
Caltrops are 1 point of piercing damage. Ball bearings create difficult terrain, and holy water causes everything to be radiant damage. So roll 20d6.
20d6.
You just pushed him off a
My
cliff.
God.
You just pushed it. That is full max fall damage.
He takes half.
Did you blow did you
shit.
blow a hole in the stage and he fell?
Too many. How do
And-
I make it go back down?
Left the other click.
Right click.
Yeah, right click.
Right click.
Ah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
All right, rolling. Holy shit, my screen.
Rolling,
71.
rolling. They see me
71 for
rolling.
total.
They hating.
So 71 plus 1 for the caltrops. It's all radiant damage, but it's still bludgeoning, I believe. Right?
I think Carmine has a reaction. You know that reaction when you at a fire
It's
pit
fire
when you spray like lighter fluid into an already lit fire and it kind of and everybody like backs up a little bit. I think Carmine has that reaction to that radiant. He's like,
and then his resistance is divided by 2, so
Felt
he only
that.
takes 18 points of damage.
Woo!
damn. Oh, that's fine.
Doesn't Carmine have one of those too?
Maybe.
Yeah, but he's got Alchemist Fire and Acid in his,
Mm.
along with the ball bearings and caltrops.
Oh, that's right.
Very nice,
I
very
forgot
nice.
about the Alchemist file.
That's in
The
Carmine.
Fire. Oh, okay.
That's in Carmine's. Alchemist Fire and Acid in
Fair.
Carmine's.
All right. So yeah.
How nice of you
after
to
that-
not give the vampire holy water.
After that large
We had
explosion,
we had that conversation yesterday. Holy water. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. This is awkward.
he just kind of brushes off his shoulder from the couple of caltrops that stuck into it. Well, that wasn't very kind. That was your action, Larry. Do anything for a bonus action or movement?
Well, I still have another attack, don't I?
Oh, that's right. Technically, this was an attack. I did say it was. It was a thrown weapon attack.
Do you speak? Well, yeah, he's been speaking common.
For my next attack, I'm going to huck a cannonball at him.
All right. Roll. D20 plus 3.
Hmm.
19.
All right.
20, 21, 22.
Woo!
That does hit.
All right.
So does not get the advantage on the dexterity saving throw, so still have to make a normal one. And that is a 14. The DC is a 14, so he does succeed on this one as well. So roll 10d6, and he'll take half, and then resistance.
10d6. And that is 33.
All right. Well, that means 9 damage, basically. All right. Anything else?
And for my bonus action,
Yes.
I'm going to drop 4 cannonballs in a sack with ball bearings and caltrops. And I'm going to dip it in holy water.
Yeah, sure. So how many cannonballs was that? 4 cannonballs into that sack?
Mhm.
How many are you down to?
How many do I have? I probably have, let's see, 2, 4, 76,
2
50,
from
40. I have
that.
14 left.
There's 1 from that. And
Oh, and the 1, so 13.
so how many did you put into the into this bag?
Into the one I'm making now,
Yes.
4.
Okay. So that means you have 9 left over.
Yes.
All
You
right.
think that's enough?
Maybe. It becomes Chet. Unless you want to move, it would become Chet's turn.
Nah, I'm gonna stay right where I'm at, I guess.
All right, Chet, it is your turn. You are standing 10 feet away from this guy.
Okay. See, I want to start things off on a high note here and cast Vicious Mockery at him.
All right. I forgot how Vicious Mockery works.
You have to. It's got a Wisdom saving of 15.
You mock him
All right.
viciously.
16. So what happens on a successful save?
It just says here the target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Okay. In other words, nothing does happen. Okay.
They upped Vicious Mockery.
The damage increases with your level, but not the DC. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, well then, as a bonus action, I attack with psychic blades.
Fair enough.
That was a 26 to do.
26 will hit.
Crank it up.
And that actually is a modified critical, so roll again. No, sorry, I forgot
17.
about the preempt spell, so never mind. It's not a modified critical. Just it is a hit though.
Yeah. 7 damage.
All right. And it is going to use one of its legendary reactions to make an attack at you with its own dagger. It just manifests itself into his hand, and that is right there. Okay, that's a 15 to hit.
Yes.
Damn. Okay, that's it. that was all it did for his legendary reaction for this turn. It does come to his turn though, as he rolled really low on initiative order.
That's a shame. So what?
I take it you took a step towards him to make the attack, or did you throw the dagger?
I can throw the dagger. It's a ranged attack.
Okay. Valid enough. The dagger he throws at you just kind of whizzes by your head and disappears behind your ear. He is going to I need to open up. So, Carmine, you're about 40 feet from the stage, right? Yeah, because you would move down 30 feet, and then you would move 30 feet beyond that, meaning 60 feet out of the 100. So yeah, you're 40 feet from the stage, which means you're within 60 feet of him.
Correct.
I'm going to call him the Hatter because that's kind of the inspiration for his design. The Hatter is going to kind of skip his way down the stage towards the very center of the stage, and looking up the aisles, having between Larry and Shet, all the way up to Carmine, is going to cast at the 5th level spell Cone of Cold.
Okay.
And all 3 of you need to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 18.
Oh, excellent.
That's a 7.
Woo! Hey, that's
21.
a 12. So I'll just
What'd
take
you
the
get, Larry?
photo.
21.
Larry, you'll end up taking half damage. Everyone else, Chet and Carmen will take full damage, and I need more dice. 1 second.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh no.
It's fine.
I don't have enough metal. I just don't have enough metal D8s. A D8 is not a very common dice I use.
Sure.
It's fine.
Now that he's got those headphones off, I think he's going to ban catapult munitions next campaign.
Probably.
Oh, I wanted to be an artificer. He said no.
It's fine.
All right. Hey. Scare the shit out of me.
Peekaboo.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, sneak attack.
With advantage.
So it's going to be 26 cold damage, half for the successful save.
I think then I will
13.
use one reaction.
Excuse me.
Beautiful. I will use absorb elements, and let's see, one reaction when you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Spell capture some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect. You have resistance to the triggering damage type. Also, the first time you hit with a melee attack on your next turn, the target takes 1d6 damage of the triggering type.
Cool.
So what was the full?
26.
26, okay. That didn't feel good.
26 damage.
Yes, cold damage.
Okay.
Oh, it feels like when I stuck my arm out through the time jelly when we were out on the road.
I'm jelly.
I'm down.
Oh dear.
And
Oh shit.
Oh dear.
Oh, wait a minute. Do I have
doesn't have any
something?
bonus action, so I guess that's all he does.
All he does is knock out our rogue. Cool.
Yeah. All he does is hit 3 of you for a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hold on. I can have interception. Does that do anything? When a creature you see hits another creature within 5 feet of you with an attack roll, you can take reaction to reduce the damage dealt to the target by 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus. Must be holding a shield or a simple martial weapon to use this reaction. And is the quarterstaff a martial weapon?
It is, but this is an area of effect, so I'm not sure. Yeah, fuck it. I'll allow it.
All right.
Allow it. You can reduce the damage dealt by 1d10 plus 3.
So
You're not exactly within 5 feet of you.
Not?
But no, you're like 10 feet apart. That's whatever. It's theater of the mind. You're wherever we need to be.
He is.
Okay.
He's.
I
He's
thought we were
also.
still next to each other because we attacked the doll.
Well, he's also large size.
That's right.
He
you did
enlarged.
attack the same doll.
So 1d10 plus 3. Shit.
Being
So
enlarged
that's
doesn't
5.
increase the range for interception.
Oh, it doesn't.
So 5.
All right. So, so Chet, you take 5 less damage.
Still down.
Damn.
Shit, I don't have a reaction that can help with that. And I already used my reaction.
Like 1 point more. Like if you'd gotten a 6, I'd have had 1 HP in a dream.
Oh, it's fine.
What else do I got?
It goes to Rose's turn.
Hey. I am going to try banishment.
Yes.
All right.
Why the fuck not? I think it's just you who has to roll. 4th level.
Because you can't cast it lower. Or higher.
Fuck.
Right. They must succeed a charisma saving throw.
Yep, charisma.
All right. And their charisma. All right. It's an 8 plus 3, so that's 11. They're going to use a legendary resistance to succeed.
Is that a spell or is it just a thing they can
It's
do?
an ability of boss monsters or boss stat sheets. They only get most boss only get 3 a day. I've seen some with 5. This is one that only has 3. I'll be honest about that.
Okay. Well, don't think I can do anything else at the moment. Let me double check my actions. Bonus actions. Yep, nope, that was my turn.
Next up is Carmine.
Well, all right then. So I'm 40 feet away, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have a 40-foot walk speed. I guess I'll do the dumb thing.
45 feet.
Yeah, 45 feet.
Though while you're in the stage area, it's considered difficult terrain.
Oh, okay. What's the range on it then?
35 feet.
Yeah, I think the range is fine.
Probably.
Sight 30 feet. Okay, so I will use.
39 feet. No.
It's 30 feet. So I do have to use
little bit.
enough. 15 feet of movement to kind of get through. Kind of shaking some ice out of my hair. Like I don't know if I don't know if he had long. Like pushing some. All right, and get up with it. Get up to 29 feet, and then as a vampire. Where are you at here? There you are. Say this. Oh, it's 15. Well, that's nice. Okay. I'm gonna just walk up in his lovely, soft Irish lilt and just say, what exactly is it that you want to achieve here? And cast suggestion with that verbal component.
One moment.
Now I'm realizing that's actually pretty fucking stupid because if he fails, he can still. Unless he wants to talk, then he might not fail.
But it also means if he does,
legendary.
Mhm.
I was going to say if he does, he'll have to burn a legendary. Resistance.
So no matter what, worth it.
It's a
Unfortunately, he is immune to the charm condition.
Well, then I guess I'm gonna have to rely on my regular charm instead of this magical variation of it. What exactly is it that you want? Do you want to fight? Because I'll continue fighting if that's actually what you're looking for. Or do you want something else?
I'm looking to tell a story. Put on a great show. After all, life is a stage, and the world is a stage of entertainment.
Well, what kind of ending are you looking for? Please don't say happy ending, because the one who would give it to you is currently unconscious. Unless you let me heal him, I can heal him, and then he could potentially provide you with
As with any good story, one always wants the hero to prevail. And
well, I don't know if you hang out with the same people I hang out with, but I know a lot of people who really root for a good, sexy villain.
you're right. An underdog story. That's always entertaining. And he claps his hand. Chet, you get back up with 20 HP.
Hey, how was a death save screen?
add health.
Yeah, you just add health.
Don't have an option to add health. It says failure success.
Click on it.
Success then, I think.
Well, if you click on it, you're using a PC, right? If you click on it, scroll down a little bit, there should be healing and damage still.
Okay.
And then you just heal 20.
Now, Chet, be aware, you might not have heard this part. There is a possibility he expects a happy ending out of this deal.
But you also notice with the with that clap, the golden and purple like filigree and color around his outfit shatter and dissipate as he dispels mage armor.
Oh.
Interesting.
I'm going to be putting on a show. I should be the underdog.
Oh, that's true. That is true. That is true. Well. So that was my
However,
action.
Carmine, I would say that would be your action for this.
Oh, yeah.
And you did move already.
I was gonna say I moved. The action was casting the spell. He
Yeah.
Oh, he was immune to it, so I literally was just wasted, which is fine because for my next trick, I'm going to use my bonus action to have Janara and the crow. The crow gets to act on its own. Janara is on my bonus action. I'm like, well, if you want to be the underdog, how about if I send my crow and my raven, or my crow and my crow and my raven? And he's like,
we sent ravens. We sent 50 ravens.
He's like, wait, your crow and your raven,
right, go for it.
They're the same thing. The crow is the raven. And I'm like, not fucking crow. The raven and the dragon. The dragon's actually named Janara Crow. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Anyway.
And you're gonna send both those and have them each attack?
Yeah, because they're like, they know better than me. They're like, he's talking shit again. Let's go kick some ass.
Which one's attacking first?
Who does better damage? The crow, because the crow can fly, and so it doesn't have to deal with difficult terrain, so it will get there first. That means Janara. Oh, Janara was closer to the stage because she had gone after the thing that was fighting with Chet and Larry. So I guess she's close enough to get there also. With 40 feet of movement. Okay.
They both have movement. Janara was at the stage, and then because of the dash, and then your Raven's flying, so it doesn't have to worry about anything.
Okay. Then in that case, Janara will go first, and she's fucking rolling at a +6 for her attack, and that's a 10. That's lovely. But oh no, the fucking bird doesn't have pack tactics. Okay, she's just rolling. Is it flanking?
Yeah, sure. So advantage on that on its peck.
It's a little pucker. Bonus equals your spell attack modifier. It was a 10, plus 5, so it's 15 was the first. And no, that's a 15 and a 7.
As the Raven swing does attempt to rend with its claws, the Hatter is going to take a legendary action or a legendary reaction to cast use all 3 of its legendary actions cost to cast a spell, and it is going to cast Shocking Grasp, attempting to grab the Raven out of the air.
What is it they say? It's not good.
29.
Yeah, that on a 13. Yep, that's a nice modified crit.
And yeah, that's right, modified crit. So 19.
Yeah, 13 is the AC. So yeah.
All right, so that is a critical.
Yeah, it was good. Was good seeing you for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, so that is going to be.
It's Maury. It's a he. See you soon, Maury. One way or the other.
That's going to be 47 lightning damage.
Holy shit!
And the lightning, because he's only got 20 hit points. The lightning just crackles through it like somehow. You know when a volcano erupts and it's got that cloud, and there's just lightning crackling through the cloud. The lightning is crackling through what should be the body of this raven, as the body just disperses back into the shadow that it was.
Y'all seen that meme of the guy grabbing the seagull out of the air and then throwing it back up? It's the same, just grab and then fried chicken.
That's
unfortunately that was really cool for something I can only do once.
Well, I appreciate that you can I appreciate that you did it to a shadow bird.
That would lead it to Larry's turn.
Okay, no preamble. I'm just going to huck my 4-ball caltrop BB bag with holy water at him.
All right, go ahead. And same attack as always.
That would be a D20.
Yep, D20 plus 3.
D20 plus 3. Come on, quit sucking. 9.
9.
Yep.
All right, that's advantage on its reflex saves on each of the cannonball damages. So that's 4 cannonballs, you said?
Yep. With caltrops and ball bearings and holy water.
On the right character. There it is. Okay. All right. So let's see. Dex save. Okay. 15. First. 23 with the second. 15 with the third. And 16 with the fourth. So it does succeed on all of its saving throws against that. You now roll 40d6. It's going to take half from the successful saves and then half from resistance.
What?
Oh, God.
Holy shit.
It's a lot of
Holy
damage.
ball bearings, Batman. Literally.
It takes some setup. How many? I think you've run out of sacks though.
No.
How many
Got
sacks
10
did you
sacks.
buy?
10.
Yeah, you bought 10 sacks. You've used a lot of your cannonballs because there was the first time around with the throwing it at the trying to throw it at the door or with the force field, and there was the time throwing it into the crowd of robots. Then there was the time throwing it into the crowd of robots again. In here there was one use.
I have one.
And this is use number 2. No, you still have like 5 sacks left. Damn.
151.
1, 2, divided by 2, round it up to 38 damage. Decent hit.
Then I'm going to throw another cannonball at you.
A singular cannonball.
To the
Well,
face.
yeah.
All right, roll.
I'm being nice, and I'm not going to double huck.
Bags. Well, you got to prep multiple bags to do so.
So D20. Whoa.
Do you have a bear trap, Bolo? Do you still have your bear trap,
I
Bolo?
still have a bear trap, Bolo. So that's 10. That's, gosh.
Gotcha.
That does miss, so he has advantage again. And that's a 22.
How many
so
D6?
yeah. That's 10d6.
That's a good one.
41.
All right. So he takes 11 points of damage.
And then I'm going to take my bonus action. And I'm going to put 5 cannonballs in the bag with caltrops and ball bearings. I'm going to dip it in holy water. Oh, wait. Yeah, we added the radiant, right?
Yeah, you've done all that. He's resistant to radiant damage.
Oh, you prick.
Oh, okay.
He's resistant to almost everything. I'm not going to say what he's not resistant to because he's vulnerable to that.
Psychic.
And then how
So
many?
it's not psychic because you already tried vicious mockery.
He made a save.
He made a save. And then you said 5 for this one?
Yes.
All right. That is reduced from your inventory and set up for the next attack.
You know what he's vulnerable to? emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Potentially.
That's
All right.
what
With
I'm
that,
trying on my.
Chet, it is your turn again.
That's what I'm trying on my next turn.
You briefly saw death again. It was nostalgic.
I, without muttering a single word, I turn to him again, recasting Vicious Mockery.
All right. And that is a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
All right. 12.
It succeeds.
All right. 1 sec. Because I got to double check the spell that's currently cast on him. He is immune to psychic damage.
Oh.
Before the fight, just so you know, before the fight started, he cast mage armor. What was it? Mage armor, stone skin, and mind blank on himself. Mind blank provided him with immunity to psychic damage, read thoughts, divination spells, and the charmed condition.
He did
This
that
was
thing.
before the fight.
This was before the fight, yes.
He did that thing we did, but better.
Because it's the first time psychic damage is being dealt, I felt it was fair to say it. You can feel when something's not working. He succeeded the first time, so you can feel it.
Zealous
All right,
wandering
then I use my bonus
ones.
action and cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Completely fair.
Now, dude, I'm this fucking close from just closing because I hit him with psychic blades and he took damage. Now you're telling me he's immune to psychic damage.
What do you mean? The psychic blades are not psychic damage themselves, aren't they? They're
I thought they were
I
because
thought they were
it
force
shows
damage.
psychic damage.
They're
1d4
psychic
plus 5
blades.
psychic damage.
Because they're energy, right?
I'm looking at the damage type. It's psychic damage.
The problem is I'm also having to jump between everybody's character sheets to see what's going on too.
I'm gonna do it.
Retconning, adding 4 hit points.
What?
I said I'm gonna do it. The thing I sent you.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm gonna do it. Should. Fuck it. Why not?
There it is. Deals second damage. Because it's laid out in a different way than I'm used to. Everything else is it deals X amount of damage, 1d6 psychic damage. They put the damage typing before the damage dice, so that's why I missed it. I guess that was just free damage you got, and I didn't catch it. I do apologize. That is a DM screw up.
Is the Hatter looking rough yet?
Oh, absolutely. He is.
Oh shit.
The Hatter is very much wears torn clothing, damaged. The only thing that looks fine is the hat itself is still in pristine condition.
Chet's getting the hat. Then he'll be the cat in the hat.
Does the hat require attunement?
Survives to the next round. He's getting a rapier shoved up his dick hole.
So,
oh, a catheter. A catheter.
It's Hatter's turn.
Sounds like a great idea.
What, a catheter?
Those. Yeah.
Or the thing I said.
Actually, I need to double check that. Hang on. Is this a spell that can be upcast? It's not. I can't. That sucks. In that case, the Hatter is going to cast Misty Step and teleport in the direction of Carmine.
Oh, good.
Stepping kind of stepping through the chairs, walking up to the remaining 10 feet to get to Carmine. And uses his bonus action to remanifest that dagger and attack with it.
Okay. I dig it.
So that is a 24 to hit.
24 will hit. Yes.
All right.
6 over. I was seeing it. It's an 18, so it's not a modified crit.
That is 4 points of piercing damage and 5 points of force damage.
Beautiful. Oh,
and that is the Hatter's turn.
That's a good trick.
So, Rose, it is your turn again.
Okay. I'm just going to do Old Reliable and Eldritch Blast at him. So
Fair enough.
saving my last spell slot.
I'm pretty sure Old Reliable is Carmine's nickname for Rose.
That's funny. That's a dirty 20 on the first beam.
All right, that hits.
And a 16 on the second.
Now, because we're all mind linked,
hit.
If we're mind linked, communication's free, right?
Yes. Usually talking is a free action anyways.
Okay.
Did you say the second one hits as well?
Yes, because he dropped his mage armor.
Okay. Cool. Motherfucker. I rolled a 2 on both die. So that's 7 each, so 14 total of force damage.
Force. Okay. You said 14?
14 total, yep.
Right. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Carmine, it's your turn.
Oh. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do something stupid. I was going to jokingly say, can I roll a hug attack? I basically consider it a gentle grapple. But I'm gonna, because I'm like, what am I, large size? I'm like 9 foot tall right now. I'm a Goliath, and he's like this tall. I'm gonna drop down to one knee, and I'm gonna hug him. I'm gonna tell him everything's gonna be okay. And I'm gonna roll a bite attack.
You still have to succeed the grapple first.
Well, this is a bite attack. So do you want me to do a grapple and the bite, or just the bite?
Well, your order of operations was a grapple and then followed by a bite. Can you bite as a bonus action?
Well, Sid, I was this was before I was actually going to bite him. I was gonna I was gonna continue the attempt of like, let's talk it down. It's gonna be okay, buddy. You know what? You just need a hug. You just need a hug, my friend. You know what? You're playing all these games because you didn't.
So you're trying to deceive him into a hug so you can bite him, not an actual grapple.
You know what? No, I'm gonna do the dumb thing. I'm not gonna bite. I'm gonna hug him. I'm gonna go to hug him. Slow, like I'm not attacking. Unless you want me to roll, I will roll the grapple. And I'm gonna go, maybe you just need...
You don't have to roll. I have to roll a strength or a dex save, whichever you choose.
Oh, it would be strength,
no,
because...
It chooses which.
Oh, okay.
The target must succeed a strength or dex. It chooses which saving throw, which is DC 8 plus proficiency plus strength, or it has the grappled condition.
Everybody else is like, man, just fucking kill the guy. I'm gonna tell him, you know what? Sometimes we just need to remember how to have fun and play games.
And what is your strength?
That's what the kid said, right?
3. So 8 plus 6. So 14.
Somebody once told me that they wish...
You're kidding.
They could have some help remembering how to have fun.
All right, so it rolled a nat 1 followed by a 2. So you grapple him.
Because I broke through. It's okay. I understand. Sometimes we're just seeking attention. And the biggest, scariest things we can do attracts the most attention. And we forget sometimes we can get attention for doing good things. So maybe we all just need to remember how to play safe games and have fun.
Is that what you
Yeah.
were saying to him?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's just fucking dumb
Alright.
enough.
You definitely feel obviously when you grabbed him you felt him tense up, but there's something soothing in your words that causes him to relax a little. However, it does require your entire action to do this, I will say.
It's my Irish accent.
Which means it's Chet's turn.
And you hear my voice in your head.
No,
Crush
sorry, no,
him.
it's Larry's turn.
Crush him.
Larry's
You may
turn.
want to get out of there, Mike.
Crush. Nah, do it. Do it.
Larry... Carmine is grappling the Hatter.
And if you say you might want to get out of there, I'm like, this is what I'm here to do.
You know, I moistened it.
So, actually, this is going to be worse because if he does that, I still have the bag he gave me, which means when his detonates, it's going to detonate mine too. I'm the
How
bomb.
many was in the bag you gave him?
The Did you give me one with alchemist fire and acid?
Alchemist fire and acid, along with ball bearings and caltrops.
And how many cannonballs was in it, though?
2 in his.
2.
Okay.
Oh.
So you're gonna huck the bag with 5?
It's not my turn yet, is it?
It is. I was wrong. It's your turn. Larry, then Chet.
My crow, my raven, and my drake are both up on the stage. They're both looking, and they're like, "Oh no, the raven's gone. No, the drake is up there." And she's like, "We had a good run."
Gory, gory, what a hell of a way
Dear
to die!
beloved, we're gathered here today.
When I can make a DM make that face, I have won.
No, I just need to double check a rolling on something. Why am I not getting a search for this? There it is. All right. So is that what's happening? You're throwing the bag at Carmine.
Yep.
And Mad Hatter. All right. Roll your attack.
Okay, how about we roll a decent fucking attack this time, huh? Can't put digital dice in dice jail. You motherfucker. 3.
Oh my
All right. Wait. How? So 6. Okay, yeah. You kind of lob the bag up more into the air as opposed to straight ahead, which gives him time to use his last legendary reaction to cast where is it? Globe of Invulnerability. So him and
I want to try to counterspell that.
Go for it. I forgot how counterspell works in the new system.
Oh, he already used up all of his legendary actions. Reactions.
So he gains he has 3 legendary reactions that he regains at the start of each of his turns, and he has 3 legendary actions he has per day.
Okay.
Okay. You attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. The creature makes a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the spell dissipates with no effect, and the action, bonus action, or whatever was cast is wasted.
Spell slot though isn't expended, which is fine. So it's a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Of 16. That shouldn't. That shouldn't be an issue.
Oh man, does he have? Oh shit.
That is a 17.
Oh,
Okay.
Well,
I tried.
so here's the thing, and I'm gonna do it, even though I think it's going to be wasted because I think he still has a legendary resistance. I'm going to use the Wheel of Stars as my reaction to force him to roll a d10 and subtract it from his saving throw.
All right.
Come on, 2 or higher, 2 or higher, 2 or higher.
Where the hell did my D10 go? There it is. I don't want to be called out for cheating on this.
Oh my god, he rolled a 1, didn't he?
I rolled a
Yeah.
1.
The dice have
Fucking tried.
the dice have decided. Yeah, like that's
Which means that there very little left I can do with him. But in this moment, he is there is a 10-foot radius around him and technically Carmine as well, where any spells of 5th level or lower cast from outside can't affect it, even if spells cast at higher level slot. Similarly, the area within the barrier is excluded from areas affected by such spells. And I'm pretty sure there's more to it than that, because it's not just spells.
Is this the new version or the old version? This is the new version, right?
Yeah. Hang on. Because the description I'm getting is not from D&D Beyond, it's from Roll20.
Yeah, D&D Beyond says an immobile shimmering barrier appears in a 10-foot emanation around you, remains for the duration. Any spell of level 5 or lower cast from outside can't affect anything within it. Such a spell can target creatures and objects within the barrier, but the spell has no effect on them. Similarly, the area within the barrier is excluded from areas of effects created by such spells.
Right, which is kind of weird that it would be spells exclusively. Which I don't know if that's any different from the old rules either. This is a really bad spell. This spell sucks. I guess it didn't matter.
You know what? You know what though? If
wow.
I may make a homebrew suggestion.
Yeah.
You could roll him like an Arcana check to see if he can essentially manipulate the spell, like alter the spell so that it's not just spell damage, so that it protects from other types of damage.
You know, if he still had a legendary resistance to use, I'd just have him use the magic resistance or the not the one of his other abilities on this sheet to stack onto it, but he doesn't, so I'm not going to do that. It's just one of those, so much damage was done, there's only one way it can happen. It must be magical and fail. So this magical shimmering dome shows up and the bag goes right through it. A lot of wasted time. I'm sorry, guys.
No.
That was what, 5? All right.
At plus the 2 I have.
Plus the 2.
Plus 2 you have.
I love the idea that as the dome goes up and he thinks it's worked,
he rolls
and the
dexterity
bag
save, has advantage because of the miss, has disadvantage because of the grapple. So that's 3d20s taking the average results because of my system. Same goes for you, Carmine, though, for your dodging of the damage that's being done from the 5 cannonballs coming down, not the 2 in your pocket because they're attached to you.
Yeah, there's no dodging those. Honestly, I'll roll it. I was gonna say I'm not attempting, but I'll roll. So it's 3d20, and then take the average.
You take the middle result. You take whatever the middle result of those 3d20 is.
Okay,
and
the median.
Then, so yeah, you're looking for the median, not the average.
Yeah.
And you do that for all 5 of the cannonballs.
Oh, I have to roll it 5.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I could just.
That.
I'm pretty sure I could just choose to fail, right?
I mean, yeah.
Was one of those gems we got a diamond?
I believe so.
Yes.
I don't think so. I think the white was
No?
an opal.
We can look. I don't
I'm
think
scrolling
so.
up. There's so many memes.
So
There's so many memes.
It's a deck
So many
save.
memes.
Deck save for 5.
Yes, it's a deck save 14.
Okay, so
Opal, ruby, amber, topaz, emerald, sapphire, tanzanite, amethyst, onyx. No diamond.
+9. Okay. So let's see.
I'm sure those are worth a diamond.
4, 5.
1.
I'm using my Excel
Ooh.
spreadsheet because if I don't,
No, that's a 4. 14.
let's see. 9, right? That's a 9. 12, 8. Oh, wow. 1, 2, and 16. So that's the 2.
And 1. Okay. So one of them he does not succeed on. So that's.
I think that's going to be 1 for me also. Unless I do real shit on this. 7, 4, 11. Yeah, I rolled a 24, an 18, a 25, a 16, and an 11. So of the 5, I only failed 1 also.
Right. So in that case, Panic, roll 40 d6, and we'll have you roll another 10 after that.
What do you say?
Okay.
Oh,
40 d6.
Yeah.
Comes to 138.
How did I let you buy so many of them?
They're only 10 gold pieces.
138, you said?
Yeah, 138.
Divided by 2, so that's 69 damage for the successful dodge. Nice.
Yeah, it is.
And 35 damage to him because of the resistance. And now I need you to roll 10 more d6 for the one that we did not successfully dodge.
And more d6.
Carmine, are you still standing from the first set?
Oh God, absolutely not. But if this is all one, all this damage happens together, right?
It does, yes.
So I'm not gonna lie. A little piece of me is hoping that this exceeds my max, and this is just a fucking insta kill. That I am just fully fucking vaporized.
It's about to get worse.
Yeah.
So
I
how
know.
much was that from that 10d6?
31.
You said 31 from the 10d6?
Yes.
That's
all right. So that's 31 to Carmine and 16 to the Hatter.
And that's with all the radiant or wait, he's immune to radiant, bludgeoning, and all that?
I'm vulnerable to radiant, so my radiant is doubled.
And now, Carmine, I need you to roll 20 d6. I need to roll again for the dodging of that. You can't roll because they're on you.
Yeah, they're about to be in me.
That's a fail. That's a fail. Damn. Okay, never mind. So yeah, you're rolling 20 d6.
Yeah, I am. That's 53.
And Alchemist Fire is just another d4 damage. It's basically non-existent. It just at that point it's just changing the damage type.
2 more.
How much did you do?
53.
53. 5 by 2 for resistance for 27 damage.
I just took 153 points in one shot. That's double.
Damn.
That's double. My max hit points was 72. So that's more than double. So
So as this cannonball drops down, this bag of cannonballs drops down, the Hatter reflexively tries to throw up a barrier to keep themselves safe, not realizing that it's not going to do anything. The bag dropping through, colliding next to the Hatter and Carmine, splash damage, igniting Carmine himself on fire and exploding the bags in his bag, causing a massive eruption that shatters through and a shockwave pushing everyone else back. The chairs of a section of like 5 by 5 chairs is completely gone. and the floorboards splintering up, any mannequins that had been there, limbs flying in every direction, Carmine in every direction, and the Hatter just kind of standing there and looks around at you. This isn't how this is supposed to go. I'm the hero. You're the villain. I'm supposed to win. As he falls over, the hat tumbling off of his head. The hat's still in pristine condition as before. As the gnome shifts its body and skin, the skin becoming more pale and frail, the hair shrinking back down to a more short brown, and the clothes going back to this raggedy old, basically peasant clothing, as you see the child that you had seen previously in the vision from before. Who would be closest that is still alive?
Oh.
Larry or
Rose
Chet?
was only
Either-
30 feet away.
Rose was 60 feet away. Because
30.
Carmine had moved up.
Unless. Oh, he moved up. Okay.
Carmine had ended up moving up, and
That's
every
right.
turn you said you weren't moving. So you stayed
Yep,
in the back.
I forgot that he moved up. I thought he had stayed in the same place.
So Larry and Chet, you're both at the closest. So either one of you or both of you can roll perception.
Perception?
Yes.
The 19.
All right.
Fixed.
What was that, Larry?
Fixed.
You don't notice anything. You kind of notice the child, but it doesn't mean anything to you as much. Like, you have a feeling that it had a reason. Like, there's definitely a heartstring trying to be plucked, but it's just another kid to you.
Larry wasn't there, was he?
Chet,
With the kid
Larry wasn't there.
in the woods. Yeah.
Chet, you notice that the hat has grown eyes, a mouth, a tongue from what ribbon was wrapped around it, and little legs, and has gotten up and is trying to scurry its way out of the theater.
What the fuck?
I want to run it through with my rapier.
All right, roll for attack.
It's the Sorting Hat.
25.
That is modify critical. Roll again.
28.
How'd you do better? Yeah, that's
Fuck.
that would be full damage plus your roll for damage.
Nice.
It's 1d8 plus 6. So we'll take 8 and add, I believe it was 14 to that.
Yep. So that's 22.
22 points of damage of infernal iron.
It goes through and actually ignites on fire as you stab right through it, and you hear screams as you feel a soul being drawn down to the river Styx.
As I feel it being drained away, I lean down. You should have left me for dead.
As you kill the hat, everyone notices this pounding feeling in your head, this draining around you, as you feel a wasp of magic energy almost wipe through the entire material plane, uncovering beneath the theater a old, run-down, abandoned house. The panning out to the rest of the kingdom, it wasps over and returns to that of a play yard and a school. Wasping through that forest is nothing more than a park that had gone through. The boulette bodies return to those of dogs, and wasping all the way back to the dwarven village returns to that of a cul-de-sac with what looks like families of young adults and children standing confused as if they had been in a dream this whole time. And coming back to where in this now abandoned house, the energy wiping down over each of you, revealing that behind the curtains under Chet, under Rose, and under Larry were regular humans having never wanted to play in this world, having no idea that they would be who they are today.
He was never actually there. They all wake up. There was no Carmine.
The memories of who you were linger, but they are definitively not your own.
Is the dead kid still there?
Yes.
Hey, Rose, are you hungry?
Am I?
No.
Is the kid still dead?
Yes.
Oof.
Okay, no one saw us come in here. I don't want any of this kind of heat. I'm going to sneak out the back door, and y'all are going to have to deal with this shit. Because I wasn't here when this little fucker first got here. Y'all know him. I don't know him.
Meanwhile, I'm over in the corner with looking at my pants.
And the 3-piece suit.
Not right. The zoot suit.
The zoot suit returns.
The zoot suit was the friends we made along the way.
Is the hat still there? Like dead, but still there?
No, it burned. There's
fully burned up.
Still
Okay.
some like embers that are burning away and floating up, but it is gone.
Okay.
Hellfire rapier. Gotta love it.
Hell.
You'll notice a lot of your
Fire,
items
yeah.
seem to be more mundane now as well.
It's a letter opener.
You're
Like
very
my
rare.
My Hellfire rapier is just a curling iron.
Your very rare and uncommon magic items remain, but most items have resorted to a normal thing. Larry, you have a bunch of rocks in your bag, though. They're good.
One of those
they're good, like
Wish.com extending poles.
Yes. Absolutely. And you just have a random Clydesdale with you.
Yes. Chestnut.
Is it a Briar horse?
Is it a Shetland pony?
My jade scarab ring is just a plastic spider ring.
Yeah.
I will say that this is technically the bad ending I mentioned a few episodes ago.
Because
this was technically the bad ending.
Well, so
but I still enjoyed it. I planned for it.
What do you mean the bad ending? We ended the illusion.
Can we tell how the other kid died?
He got beat to death by 4 other people.
It is a lot of blunt force trauma, bruises and battered skin, but also an incredibly frail body that looks emaciated. Potentially, a strong wind could have possibly killed this kid before you guys came along.
Question: are we inside or outside? I can't remember what you said.
You're inside an abandoned building.
They both left.
An abandoned home or house.
Okay. How long does the kid look like he's been dead? Does he look like he's been dead just a few minutes or like longer? Okay.
No, a few minutes.
Yeah, we killed the kid. That's what he's getting at. That's why this is the bad end.
I tried to hug him. And
whoa. Because only in Rusty's game does killing the BBEG result in the bad end.
There was another option, and you were almost there. If Larry waited a turn, you guys might have gone to the good ending. For the alternate endings and information, the hat that was destroyed was manipulating the world and was acting as a sort of conduit to create this illusion, and had latched onto the child as a host to grant this child his wish of being able to have fun and be in a story, return to those plays and games that he had with his parents before they died.
Fuck
Huh.
that hat.
Because everybody leaves him. If anyone had referenced the song that was done during that Ghost Kid scene, it would have broken the illusion on the Hatter, and the kid would have come out while still in the form of the Hatter.
So close.
Interesting.
He was weak.
Yeah. But this was still, and I still planned for this as an ending. You guys didn't mess up. It just I planned out a couple different options.
Oh yeah.
I want to see what you guys did. You were never gonna see everything.
So he was
How
kind of
old are we supposed to be?
You guys killed him way faster than I thought you would, honestly. I had planned on doing that intro song again, and turned around as a one of the lines in Pure Imagination is, if you want to see paradise, simply look at them and view it. And I was going to have him gesture to all of you when he was down to 10 HP. The problem is, he went from 54 to negative 24. And and like, okay, never mind.
Now, on that note, I gotta go because I need to be in bed an hour ago.
Fair.
Well, good nighty night.
Good night.
I forgot I was
Sleep
the
tight.
one controlling the show.
Never forget that 4 adults beat a child to death because that bastard made us do it.
Correct.
Good night, everybody.